Welcome everybody back here to the Brevard Sports Network. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Have to jump streams anyway. Back to where we left off. No plays were missed. 1st and 10 Northwestern at their own 20-yard line. Strother starts with a handoff. Northwestern trying to get to the outside. Nice stop early there by Eau Gallie, and that was my biggest key, containing that edge, and that is the Duquesne commit, A.J. Forehand, making a quick tackle for only a gain of 1.
Yeah, we're going to see that a lot tonight. You know, Bishop Moore last week tried to do the same thing, come up and start the game by running the ball, and Eau Gallie shut that down. I'm very interested to see how long it takes Miami to come out in their pass set to put the ball over the top.
2nd down and 9, and again, as I was saying, running backs King Davis, Elijah Hardy, wide receivers Nicholas Lanier, 5-star Calvin Russell, and the Syracuse commit Darius Johnson out wide. Trips near side this time for the Bulls. 2nd down and 9. Strother turns hands up the middle this time, and again just hits an immovable Eau Gallie front. And nowhere to go on 2nd down. Going to make it 3rd down and long here for Northwestern early. Brandon Brown and company fills the hole up the middle. 3rd down.
Hard to run on the FAU and LSU commits. You know, this is a defensive line that has dominated all year, so we'll see what happens here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 for Northwestern at their own 23-yard line. Leon Strother in the shotgun. Eau Gallie showing pressure. Got to watch out here. Nicholas Lanier in single coverage up against Caleb Pusey. Strother drops, throws quick to that single coverage. It's caught, breaking a tackle. 1st down and more up to the 40-yard line, and I pointed it out for a reason pre-play. Single coverage is going to be interesting here tonight, and they go right at it. Nice catch and run for a Northwestern 1st down there to Nicholas Lanier.
Part of Eau Gallie's defense is the heat that they bring on 3rd down. They've done it all season, and they've lived and died by it on numerous occasions, putting all their receivers on man-to-man defense. It'll be interesting to see that battle tonight.
1st down and 10 for Northwestern at their own 41. A gain of 18 yards on 3rd down. Moves the chain. Strother in the shotgun. High snap and the handoff up the middle. Nice blocking. Breaks some room up the gut. And still on his feet. And that's going to be across midfield for Northwestern. 1st down. That is the senior with 19 offers, King Davis. And he had a big one last week in that regional final win that they had, and already making an impact here.
Boy, if I could go back in time and name one of my kids King, I absolutely would. What a wonderful name that is. That's such an impressive name. That's one of my favorite parts of this job is seeing the names of these young athletes.
1st down and 10 for Northwestern, already up to the Eau Gallie 45 after a slow first 2 plays. The Bulls getting back down to business here offensively. Man in motion here on 1st. Strother takes the snap, turn handoff up the gut, over to the right side. King Davis, flag comes in the backfield. Davis goes for 9, but I think that one is going to come back.
Yeah, absolute hold on the edge. I mean, that play only happens because of that hold. So, big time flag right there.
Yeah, negates a good run there on 1st and sets Northwestern behind the chains for the first time to finish out that offensive starting lineup. Left tackle is Romarius Turnier. Left guard is Odoms Pierre. Center Jeremiah Young. Right guard Demetrius Jones. Right tackle Anthony Bella. O-line average, they average 284 pounds and 6'2". Pretty imposing offensive line, but they get them there for the hold. Now 1st and 20 for Northwestern, back on their own side of the 50 at their own 45-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Just getting underway here from Eau Gallie with the 3A state semifinals. Welcome everyone here to the Brevard Sports Network. 1st down and 20. Strother drops back to pass. Looking downfield, deep ball going up and incomplete. Will we get a flag? No, we will not. Tight coverage there, a little handsy by Keani Gajardo. Officials letting them play early, 2nd and 20.
That's a telling non-call right there. That makes me wonder if that'll be consistent throughout this game. You know, there was definitely a lot of contact right there. Obviously, they can see it better than I can up here. But sure felt like there should have been a yellow piece of cloth flying out on the field there.
Yeah, the biggest thing there from the officials is judging if it was going to be a catchable ball or not. No flag hits the turf. We move on, 2nd and 20. Empty set here on 2nd down. Trips near side in the 5-wide set for Leon Strother.
A lot of check with me offense going on here with Miami. They come up to the line, checking what's going on with the defense, look over at coaches, and getting the call.
Eau Gallie load in the box. Man in motion will go behind Strother. Stack this near side. Fakes the swing. Throws underneath to that quick screen. And that's Brandon Brown and company dropping him for a big loss on 2nd and long. Third and long coming up for Miami Northwestern. This Eau Gallie crowd is buzzing.
Buzzing. What a huge hit that was. This crowd just went nuts.
Third down and 21 for Northwestern, their own 44. Eau Gallie has got to get off the field here on this opening drive. So far on this drive, Northwestern 1 for 1 on third down attempts. Converted a 3rd and 7. This one a little steeper, 3rd and 21. Eau Gallie, interestingly, no safeties up high right now. That's something I know Northwestern has eyes on. Gonna have to watch down the field. Straughter looking over to the sideline. Tell you what, as a quarterback, you got the best head coach probably in the state for quarterbacks, being a former NFL head coach, or a former NFL quarterback. As a handoff there, they're not gonna try and take the top off. They run it up the gut, a gain of 2. 4th and 19, and it's gonna be an opening drive punt for Miami Northwestern. And that hold proves big on first down as the Bulls can never get back through the sticks.
I'm surprised on that call, and I'm not saying that they should have went towards the strip side that was on the near side here, but they had one-on-one coverage over on the far side, and I'm sure, you know, if Miami feels like they can win any one-on-one battle tonight.
Already a note, not Xavier Larice returning punts. He was out there defensively, though, Eau Gallie fans, but Mekhi Biggs back to return this opening punt for Northwestern, and that one isn't a long one. Angles out towards the sideline and takes an Eau Gallie bounce. And that's going to be taken in at the Eau Gallie 38, and that's where the Commodores will take over. First down and 10, Eau Gallie to start this one. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here real quick. As we get underway, we got Doug Connor Inc., DePenta Construction, Bragg's Roll-Off Dumpsters, Crickets, and Cruise and Gold Wheels, Tires, and Service. And we'll tell you more about them and throughout the broadcast as we get set to see Eau Gallie's offense led by sophomore quarterback Joseph Allen, along with the Rhode Island commit Tay Welch and the verbal Wagner commit Emmanuel Small. And the receivers, Mekhi Biggs, the 4-star junior Xavier Larice, and DJ Maltzby out wide. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 38. And Northwestern showing blitz early. I think Eau Gallie got him to jump. Flag comes out, and it's going to be on offsides. Nice start by Eau Gallie. And, you know, watching film on this Northwestern team, they like to just rush forward. Whoa, never mind. My mistake. This ref over here said offsides. I guess the other one had different ideas. My mistake there on the call.
I think with the movement at the same time of the clap, I think is what gets that false start. Had he not actually clapped and they just stood up to get the call, I think that would have changed the concept of that flag.
There you go. Now first down and 15 for Eau Gallie. Not the start they wanted, back to their own 23-yard line. Allen in the shotgun. Looking to see if Xavier Larice is out there. They're going to do it again, and that time we'll see if they get their 5 yards back or if they tack on more. That, to me, looked like just Northwestern, but I don't have the best view up here. So, and that's another false start on Eau Gallie. Now first and 20, and at this point, just ditch the hard count. Commodores got to snap the ball. I like the idea, but I think once you get one false start, I think you just got to move on there. And the second one now, it hurts.
I agree totally. You know, I'm not sure if that was the idea behind it was the hard count, but once you get the one, just move on.
First and 20 for Eau Gallie, back at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a give to the Rhode Island commit. Nowhere to go for Tay Welch as he is mauled for no gain on first down. That's a big front. Northwestern at 101 total TFLs this season. Make that 102 as that'll be a second down and 21 for Eau Gallie.
You know, defense came out for Eau Gallie, did exactly what they needed to do. Offense stuttering to start this game. This is going to be a tough ask for Eau Gallie. Yeah, you're gonna, for both teams, you're gonna have to play both sides of the football to perfection. Obviously, special teams as well. Eau Gallie, you get a stop early. You'd love to score here and take the lead. Second down and 21 for the Commodores. Allen, quick drop, throw underneath, quick curl off the hands, incomplete. Looking there for DJ Maltzby, who's been huge in the playoffs for Eau Gallie. But already it's 3rd and 21 for the Commodores. That looked like a little bit of miscommunication, or maybe it was just an off throw, but it looked like the receiver was looking for the ball on the inside. Allen was looking to throw the ball to the outside, so not sure if they saw different things in that defense, but definitely not connecting there. 3rd down and 21 for Eau Gallie at their own 27-yard line here on their opening drive, looking to avoid a quick 3-and-out. And again, you see Northwestern, they usually just bring 4 or 5 and then drop all the linebackers and everyone else into coverage. They do that here. Allen drops, throws, batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
And a quick 3-and-out for the Commodores after a big defensive stop. It will be 4th down and 21 for Eau Gallie.
You know, coming into this game, I really felt the two keys were going to be Miami's offense against Eau Gallie's defense, being Miami's offense and Eau Gallie's defense being the two top keys. But I'm starting to feel a little bit the opposite way. I'm starting to feel, what can Eau Gallie's offense do against Miami's defense?
And already no Xavier Luis returning punts or kicking them as the backup punter in here. Nice end-over-end boot here. Got to watch the returns. They've had a lot of returns this year for touchdowns, and great tackle by Eau Gallie there. And as I say that, nothing to worry about. A.J. Forehand makes the play. 1st and 10 Northwestern at their own 38-yard line.
You know, something I've noticed about Eau Gallie all season is they are tremendous tacklers in the open field. I mean, they have so many solo tackles, almost 800 or almost 500 solo tackles on the year. I mean, that's beyond impressive.
Yeah, defensively for Eau Gallie, running down their starters. The safeties are Emmanuel Small, the verbal commit to Wagner, and the 4-star Xavier Luis. Cornerbacks Willie Lewis and Ray Sean Berry. Linebackers Caden Davis. Duquesne commit A.J. Forehand, and FAU commit Josh Roberts. On the D-line, LSU commit Brandon Brown, Sal Orlando, Dylan Price, and Jalen McCray. 1st and 10 Northwestern at their own 39 in a new formation with the split backs. One motions out, and Straughter throws to him on the swing pass to the near side up across the 40. Not going to go much farther than that. The catch and run by Elijah Hardy. And that'll bring up 2nd down and long here for Northwestern just across their own 40.
And I think we're going to see a lot of that. You know, they're going to use their speed, and to do that, getting to the edges is going to be very important.
Actually, a solid gain on 1st down as it shakes out as 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for Northwestern at their own 43-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go, nearly halfway through the opening quarter. No score yet. Eau Gallie loading the box. They pull some out, still bring pressure wide open on the curl underneath. 1st down and more to the outside. Down the sideline goes Nicholas Lanier for his 2nd catch, and another Northwestern 1st down across midfield. And so far, Eau Gallie playing some soft coverage, kind of giving them those catches and trying to limit the run after catch, but it starts by not allowing catches in the first place.
Yeah, but, you know, when you know that speed is there, you tend to take it a little bit easier on that hard coverage. You know, give them just a couple more yards of space. Last thing you want is that ball going over the top of you.
I believe we may have the first quarter water break here. Didn't see a timeout called, and that'll be a timeout presented by Doug Connor Inc. and coming after the Depenta Construction 1st down. And Brevard Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsor for making sure that tonight's game and next week's ACYAA Youth All-Star Football games are paid for and broadcasted. The following companies are Doug Connor Inc., Crickets, Bragg's Roll-Off Dumpster, Depenta Construction, and Cruise and Gold Wheels, Tires, and Service. All these companies are tremendous at what they do, and their support of youth and prep sports is greatly appreciated. And all their information has been going by on the top of the screen and also on our page as well. So if you ever have any interest in any of those companies, are great sponsors, go check them out. 1st and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 45. Motion pre-play, trips near side coming up. Straughter drops back, throws a quick screen underneath. Nice move inside. There goes 1st down and more. And that's that quick speed on the screen. If you can break the first tackle, it's a big gain. And that's the Syracuse commit, Darius Johnson. 1st down, Northwestern inside the Eau Gallie 40.
And a couple of slips on that run nonetheless, you know. So imagine had he not slipped, what could have done. That's some serious speed on the field right there.
Absolutely. I think, you can see on the screen the condition of this field in certain places. It's going to be slippery, not a lot of traction in the middle of the field in between the hashes. 1st down and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 33. Straughter turns, gives up the middle. Still the run game not showing up early. A short gain there on 1st there by King Davis. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for Northwestern.
Run game is strong for Northwestern. Pass game, I believe, is probably their strength out of everything. They've got 2 running backs that about 1,000 yards on the season. They're a solid running team.
Average 200 passing yards a game, 169 rushing yards a game for 371 yards per game. Straughter throws a quick route underneath. It's bobbled and dropped. No whistle yet. And there it is, incomplete pass on the forward pass. Bobbled and dropped in the backfield, one they would have liked to have, looking for Darius Johnson. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Northwestern.
Same spot on the field where Northwestern kind of stuttered in their first drive. So, obviously big holding call in that first drive, but we're seeing Eau Gallie's defense really step up here.
Northwestern 1 for 2 on 3rd downs tonight. Converted 1 from 8 and didn't get 1 from 21. This one is 3rd down and 9 for Northwestern. It's Strawder and Davis in the backfield. You see Larice up top at the safety position. Shallow safety. 3rd and 9. Strawder drops back to pass. Looking underneath to the running back. Nice open field tackle again by A.J. Forehand. He's having himself a night already and helped there by Caden Davis. 3rd turns into now 4th down and 9 for Northwestern, and that's big for Eau Gallie. Getting off the field here, and Northwestern going to trot on. We'll see if it's a punt or a field goal. I think it's a punt unit here, and they're going to try and flip the field and not try a 50-yard field goal of sorts.
What a beautiful tackle that was. I mean, that is as bit of a form tackle as you can teach. I mean, through the shoulder, kept the head on the right side. I should say correct side. You know, that was just a beautiful tackle. Good decision here on this punt, I think.
Xavier Larice is back returning punts. Didn't take the first one. 4th and 9. The punt here from Northwestern gets away, end over end towards the far sideline. Again, it's short, and it's going to bounce down inside the 5. What a punt. Beautiful. Down to the 2-yard line by the Bulls. And Eau Gallie will take over inside their own 5 for drive number 2 of the night. Commodores' opening drive went quickly with a 3-and-out, started with 2 false starts. And in this territory, you'd love to move the chains at least once or twice to get out of the danger zone here and then set up your offense. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still the same way we started at 0-0. So far, the Eau Gallie defense living up to the talk. And we'll see if their offense can come alive here against a very good Northwestern defense that, again, has only given up 12 points in the entire playoff so far. That's 3 games, 2 shutouts. So all 12 of those points came in their regional semifinal game. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 2-yard line. Joseph Allen in the shotgun from his own end zone. Quick screen pass to the outside with room to run. Nice play there to start the drive, and that's one you just got to be confident in your guy. That is going to be that is Mekhi Biggs. And again, to throw a screen in your own end zone's gutsy. You got to have that faith, but they get the reception. The blocking gets them out of their own 10-yard line.
I'll tell you, I think that's a great call by the offensive coordinator, Coach Guy. You know, that's a quick throw. They playing off just enough. That's a great call.
2nd down and just 1 here for Eau Gallie at their own 11-yard line. Looking to move the chains to get their first down of the night. Allen turns, hands up the gut, and that blitz came in hot. Tay Welch nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a lot of yards there on 2nd down. That's going to push them back almost to their own 5-yard line. 3rd down and long coming up now for Eau Gallie as whoever that was on the near defensive end side came in hot and heavy, and I don't think anyone got in his way.
Yeah, I think it looked like there was some confusion on the offensive line there. You know, I think they let 2 guys pretty much come straight in, and that's just not what you want to see, especially down here, this part of the field.
On the D-line, you got a West Virginia commit, and Wilnerson Telemack and D'Angelo Thompson, the Syracuse commit. 3rd down and long for Eau Gallie, back to their own 6-yard line. Allen drops, got to be cognizant, steps up in the pocket. Allen strip, flag comes in. Joseph Allen with his legs will have a 1st down for Eau Gallie, but I don't think that's going to stand. Flag back down around the line of scrimmage, and typically this is a holding, but you never know. We'll see, and that is what it's going to be. And that takes back a nice 1st down by Joseph Allen using his legs, which he can do, doesn't always do, but unfortunately it's not going to matter that he did because the holding will bring it back, and it's going to be 3rd and even longer now for the Commodores.
One of the toughest things about being an offensive lineman is when your quarterback scrambles. Sometimes you just don't know exactly when to let go. You know, you're doing your best to protect your quarterback, and he comes screaming by you. By that time, the defensive guy is already pulling away, and boom, there goes the flag.
And now 3rd down and 10 back at the original line of scrimmage. 3:14 to go in the first quarter as the clock stands still. Very wide spread here for Eau Gallie on 3rd down and 10. Back at their own 2, Allen drops back to pass. Blitz coming, thrown in the flat, caught by Welch, and he's leveled. Does not get past the line of scrimmage. Big hit there on the edge, laid by number 2 for Northwestern. It looks like Nicholas Lanier.
Well, Welch a little slow to get up on that one. That was,
I believe it.
That one was a big one, right in his side gut area. That's hard to take when you're a receiver.
Joseph Allen back to punt for Eau Gallie. His heels will be on his own goal or back line. Got to get it away here, and this is a very dangerous punt return unit. Not a good situation. Allen gets it away well, end over end, and it takes a nice Eau Gallie bounce on the run. Lanier will scoop it up. They got to seal the edge. Lanier on the run to the outside. Cuts it back across the 50. Lanier still on his feet. Breaks a tackle, but he will go down just across midfield. 1st and 10 Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 48-yard line. And first 2 drives for both teams have ended in punts here. Defense is standing up, but this is going to be by far the best starting field position for either team tonight. 1st and 10 Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 48.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by that punt. You know, that's about all you can do when you're backed up. You got probably about 4 yards less you would normally have as a punter, and you're the backup punter nonetheless. You know, that Joseph Allen did a tremendous job right there.
Score update, Cocoa leading 21-14 over Cardinal Mooney. That game kicked off at 7. 1st and 10 Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 48. High snap, brings it down, throws a screen to the outside. It is caught, trying to cut up field with blocking help. Breaks the tackle into the second level, and that's going to be a Depenta Construction first down for Northwestern on the catch and run by the Syracuse commit, who's been the favorite target tonight early on for Northwestern. That's Darius Johnson.
One of the things that impresses me about this Miami team is how well they spread the ball out.
1st down and 10. As the handoff up the middle to the right side, Davis with some room to run, breaks free. King Davis finally finds a hole there up the middle, gets about 8 or 9 yards. That'll make it 2nd and about a yard for Northwestern, now inching closer and closer as they're now inside the Eau Gallie 30.
I don't know about you, Jackson, but I didn't see a hole there. How did he squirt through that? I mean, that was just quick. You just
great ball carrier vision.
Yeah.
2nd down and 1. Leon Straughter turns, gives up the middle again, hit quickly, and that's going to be a flag coming in, and back still being pushed, but flag comes in quickly there, and I fear that may be a face mask.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to tack 15 on here, and that's going to hurt too. This is the area where Eau Gallie's been able to slow Miami's offense down the first 2 drives, and that 15 yards is going to put them right into the what is the red zone? What are we? The Braggs roll off dumpster red zone.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you don't have that, it's a fantastic play by Tyshun Lang. Came in almost on block. It's the hit right at the line of scrimmage, but that arm kind of ventured a little too high, grabs the face mask, and that's just enough to put him inside that Braggs roll off dumpster red zone. 1st down and 10 Northwestern with the best chance to score for either of these teams so far.
You know, we talked about having to play perfect games in our pregame, and you know, although obviously you can't ask a high school team to play a perfect game, you gotta play as close to it, and these early penalties are not going to help.
Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 13-yard line. Straughter turns, gives on an outside zone play, cutting upfield, loses his footing, and no gain on first will make it 2nd and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 13-yard line.
Beautiful tackle, and if he didn't get him, I'm not sure there was any room to run anyways. Defense did a good job of the pursuit there.
Kind of takes it to the weak side there on that outside zone run, and, well, too weak as the Commodores get through on it. 2nd down and actually 11, he loses a yard. 2nd and 11 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 14. Straughter in the shotgun once again, turns hands off to the left side, breaking one tackle, cuts up the seam, tumbling ahead and in, touch. Will they have him? Hold on. No, he's down at the 1. Looked like he had it, but dragged down from behind at the 1-yard line. As the train was rolling, they do get him down, but it's going to be 1st and goal Northwestern, the inches-yard line.
It's about as close as you can be without being in the end zone there.
Straughter in the shotgun, 1st down and goal Northwestern inside the 1. Handoff up the middle, falling forward and in. Touchdown Northwestern, and the Bulls strike first here on the road.
Beautiful cut by the running back in the pocket. Usually when you have to make a cut like that early, there's no way you're getting any forward progress. But sometimes when you just need to fall forward past the line of scrimmage to score, you get it.
Nice touchdown there from 1 yard out for Northwestern with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. And it's hard to read these numbers, I'll be honest. I believe it was number 6 in the backfield, Darius Johnson, who's normally out at wide receiver. If not, it could have been number 8, Elijah Hardy. Either way, a nice 1 yard touchdown run. Extra point is up and good there by Ethan Silva. And with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter, Northwestern strikes first in the state semifinals now, 7-0 Northwestern, and that's big for Eau Gallie. They're still yet to get a first down. Their defense made 2 huge stands, but, you know, they start in plus, Northwestern starts in plus territory, and, you know, what more can you ask your defense at that point to make 3 stops in a row with no first downs in between? 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. Northwestern getting set to kick off.
I'll tell you, that first quarter went by fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Again, Larice not back to return a kick. Of their 2 punts, he returned one, or was back to return one of the 2, and not back here to return the kickoff for Eau Gallie. It's Ethan Silva back to kick off here for Northwestern for the first time tonight. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, and the Bulls lead at 7-0. I will say 1 week ago at this point in the game, it was already 34-0 Northwestern. So Eau Gallie doing a little bit better, but I don't think they care about doing better. They just want to win. Silva gets that one end over end. It will be returnable for Tay Welch back there for Eau Gallie. Welch trying to get to the edge, can't do it. Wrapped up around the legs by number 17, Antonio Branch Jr. He's a Colorado commit. You see why Coach Prime likes him there. Nice tackle in the open field on Welch. First down and 10, Eau Gallie will start at their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, when you're running against speed like Miami has, you can't do any of that duck, walk, cut, and you just got to go full speed and get what you can get.
Sell out here on both sides. Here stands shoulder to shoulder. At this point, probably be standing room only on both sidelines here. It is first down and 10, Eau Gallie, their own 19. Only 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. Eau Gallie still looking for that first chain movement of the game offensively. Trailing by a touchdown. Joseph Allen in the shotgun. Northwestern brings 5. Welch around the left side, has room to run. Tay Welch gets about 3 yards on first down. Nice start to the drive for Welch.
Positive yards on first down, so important. You know, even if we're talking 2-3 yards, just getting that momentum going on the first down, staying ahead of the chains, so important.
We have a dead ball foul here. It's going to be a sideline warning on Northwestern. I can see the flag there on the far side, so you only get one of those. So now if you're Northwestern, be cognizant. Next one you get, I believe, is 15 yards. And that's also a warning to Eau Gallie coaches. Won't cost them a warning, but just to think, keep in mind where you are.
They have a tendency to get that flag every once in a while.
Second down and 5, a really good start to the drive for Tay Welch on the ground. Allen drops back, turns, throwing over the middle. Receiver slips down, incomplete, but he's going to get a flag on it. It's a little bit more than a slip, I guess, there. And I think they're going to get Devin Brown on the penalty here in coverage on number 5 for Eau Gallie, Jay Latson, the verbal Wagner commit.
Looked like they got a little tangled up there. You know, maybe the defender just did a little bit extra to get that flag, though.
We await the call. Pass interference or holding is a different case. Clock stops thanks to that penalty. Still with 1 second to go in the first quarter, so Eau Gallie may get a chance to run another play. It'll be pass interference on Northwestern as the call. That'll be 15 yards and an Eau Gallie first down. And that'll be a Depenta Construction first down, and the first down of the game for the Commodores by virtue of a penalty on Devin Brown.
I'll tell you what, we've seen 5 players slip on this field already. This is definitely something we're going to need to watch, even if we get a little bit of rain tonight.
Last play of the first quarter to come, not counting an untimed down with only 1 second left on the clock. First down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 38-yard line. Joseph Allen brings a man in motion. That is going to be Makai Biggs. Turns, gives to Tay Welch, trying to get to the edge. Welch with nowhere to go there on first down and not going to get any yardage there. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter of action here from Eau Gallie. And the Northwestern Bulls get the jump on the scoreboard, 7-0 here as we will take a break. Brought to you by Doug Connor Inc., and we'll be back along with the players for the start of the second quarter in just a moment here from Eau Gallie. 7-0, Northwestern with the lead. Welcome everybody back here to the Brevard Sports Network for the start of second half action. We have the Melbourne Mayor up here in the house, up here in the booth with us here. And as we've said, everyone on hand, and we mean everyone here for this one. And through the first quarter, Northwestern has the 7-0 lead after punting on their first 2 drives. Finally was able to march down the field and cap it off with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. And the Bulls lead it 7-0 over the Commodores, and Eau Gallie is the one with the football with 2nd down and 8 coming up from their own 37-yard line. 2nd down and 10, actually, as they move the chains back. So 2nd and 10 at the 37. Joseph Allen in the shotgun. Allen turns, hands off directly up the middle. Nowhere to go there up the gut. And that's going to be no gain or even a loss there on 2nd down. Going to make it 3rd and long for Eau Gallie. And again, minus the pass interference earlier on this drive, the Commodores haven't had another 1st down on this game yet.
You know, what I'm seeing is Miami's bringing heat to the backside of the quarterback every time they go to hand the ball off. I don't think they believe in any type of play action from Eau Gallie because they are bringing that corner or the outside linebacker almost every time.
It is 3rd down and now 12 for Eau Gallie, back at their own 35 after a loss of 2 on 2nd down. 3rd down and 12. Allen brings a man in motion. That is Biggs. Allen drops, pocket collapsing, rolls out to his right. Allen on the run, and he's just going to throw that ball away. And 4th down and 12 to come. Eau Gallie now 0 for 3 on 3rd downs, and they're going to have to punt for the 3rd straight drive here from their own 35-yard line this time. Tough break, but trying to avoid being a turnover.
Yeah, better this than a turnover for sure. And we've seen Allen throw a few touchdowns over the last few weeks, so good, smart decision right there. Live to play another down.
Big score update for either Eau Gallie or Northwestern fans. Booker currently leads the top-seeded Reigns 15-14.
Wow.
The winner of that game is playing the winner of this game in the state championship next week. Booker, the 4 seed, trying to pull the upset of the top-seeded team in the semis. Punt gets away here for Allen. This one short, high in the air, though. Takes a backspin. Eau Gallie just catches it. And again, it's good starting field position for Northwestern at their own 48-yard line. That one downed by the Commodores' Darren Colpetzer. 1st down and 10 for Northwestern at their own 48-yard line.
Punting, one of the most overlooked aspects of football. You know, having a good punter can really change the aspects of the game, and you can flip a field real quick just by having a good punter. And Eau Gallie having their punter not punting with Larice really makes a big difference so far.
Now looking at this Northwestern team, they average 43 points a game and only give up 15 points a game. Eau Gallie's defense only allows 9 points a game. On the other side, they've already given up 7 in the 1st quarter. 1st and 10. Quick screen pass, but it's going to be a late whistle and a flag. And we got a flag down here, assuming it's going to be on Northwestern. Play blown dead. And we await the call here from the White Hat. And there is a false start on Northwestern. That'll make it 1st down and 15 for the Bulls, backing up to their own 42-yard line.
Well, we've seen a decent amount of flags already in this game. So, you know, these are things that are going to really plague these teams moving forward.
1st down and 15 for Northwestern at their own 42-yard line. Eau Gallie showing blitz once again. Man in motion for Northwestern is Lanier. Handoff right up the middle on 1st and 15, and going to end up being short of the original line of scrimmage. Going to be a gain of 4 yards on 1st down. On the direct carry up the middle for number 8, that is Elijah Hardy. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Northwestern, now up to their own 46. And drop back, quick throw to the outside. It is hauled in, short of the line to gain, trying to break a tackle. He will down the sideline, diving ahead, and I think he got the 1st down. What a play there to move the chains by Calvin Russell. He's a 5-star out there, and that is going to be a dependent construction 1st down, and it looked like he was going to be 3 or 4 yards short. Instead, he muscles his way ahead and dives for the 1st down.
First we've seen of him tonight, and that was impressive too.
Across midfield, 1st down and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 41-yard line. Despite punting on 2 of their first 3 drives, they've crossed midfield at some point in all 3 now. Handoff up the middle, or all 4 now. A handoff gets across the 40. On 1st, it'll make it 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Bulls.
And this is looking at film and watching their games previous. This is exactly what you saw. They're attacking outside. They're attacking inside. They're throwing screens. They're throwing down the field. They really have an all-around type of offense. And that's what makes it so hard to stop. You just don't know exactly what angle they're going to go at and who they're going to go to.
And they've really only gone over the top once in this game so far. 2nd down and 7 here for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 39. Now they go over the top this time. Has a man with a step. It is dropped through his hands. Incomplete. That could have been big. Good coverage there. It looks like again by Keani Gajardo, number 13 on that defense for Eau Gallie, stepping up, making plays, and right through the hands of his receiver.
Stride for stride with him. That was great technique. Staying just an arm length away, hand on the hip, but not pressing. That's perfect technique.
And it's going to be 3rd down and 7 here for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 39. Big play here, Eau Gallie needing to get off the field defensively. Man in motion, Schroeder drops back, throws the swing to the outside, cutting upfield. 1st down and more, off to the races inside the 20, breaks a tackle inside the 10, diving for the pylon. And he's going to be out of bounds, short of the end zone, but what a play on 3rd down, going about 35, 34 yards, just shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, Northwestern inside the 5-yard line here, just around the 1-yard line again.
Shot it like he came out of a cannon, but you can give all the credit to the downfield blocking on that one.
1st and goal for Northwestern inside the 5-yard line after the big swing pass. Leon Schroeder in the shotgun. 9.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Northwestern looking to go up by 2 scores early. Schroeder drops back to pass, throws the back shoulder, fade, broken up. No, it was not. Was he in bounds? Yes, touchdown Northwestern. What a play on the tip drill for the score. Unbelievable.
I'll tell you, and I'm not sure you can play defense any better than that. I mean, again, technique was there. Everything looked beautiful. Hand was up. I thought it was knocked out, but I'm not sure how he came down with that ball. But
no, that ball was definitely batted up in the air. I thought, if anything, he was out of bounds, but keeps those feet in bounds, at least one of them. And that ball goes up in the air, tipped. Oh, my goodness. Watching the replay here on our device. What a catch for the touchdown from 5 yards out. Leon Schroeder with the touchdown pass. And he's got over 30 this season. You see why there. And trying to get the numbers of these receivers is really hard. They got yellow on white.
Yellow on white. What a tough combination.
I think it was either 5 or 6. Either the 5-star Calvin Russell, which would be his 11th touchdown, or that was the Syracuse commit Darius Johnson, which would be his 9th touchdown of the year. It looked like 5 or 6.
I think it was 6. I think it was the Syracuse commit.
If that's the case, Darius Johnson would have his 9th touchdown of the season, and he's been the favorite target tonight. Makes a big one there if that was him, and whoever it was. One heck of a catch off the tip drill, staying in bounds, and 6 points now for the Bulls to put them ahead by 2 scores. On for the extra point now is Silva. High snap brought down. It's blocked. Big block there by number 10 for Eau Gallie. That is the FAU commit, Josh Roberts, making a big play there. And it's still 13-0 Northwestern, but I've seen it plenty of times this year. I saw it in college football this past weekend a few times. Missed extra points are huge. Whether they're missed or blocked or however they happen, can be big. But, you know, for that to really matter, Eau Gallie's offense is going to have to get rolling here because Northwestern up 13-0.
Well, I'll tell you, Jackson, sometimes that's what you need to just kind of get the juices flowing. You need a play like that, a blocked field goal, a good return punt, something like that to just spark the team to get moving on offense. So we'll see how they follow it up here on this return. 9:28
to go in the 2nd quarter. Northwestern leads it 13-0 here. And I guess there was a penalty after the play on that touchdown because they're going to back them up to kick off from their own 25-yard line. And that typically means some sort of dead ball penalty on the touchdown to the extra point. So,
and I'll tell you, I know that Eau Gallie is trying to save Larice a little bit, and that's very, very, very important. But, man, when you get an opportunity to return a ball from this distance, I think it might be an idea to get his butt in there to return this ball. He's such an X factor, and hence the nickname X, but such an X factor in opportunities like this.
Yeah, Tay Welch and Makai Biggs back there handling the return duties.
And definitely nothing to take away from them.
Back to kick off from their own 25 now is Northwestern with Ethan Silva. The Bulls leading it 13-0 here in Eau Gallie. Silva plays it low, squib to the up front line. That one's going to end up rolling out of bounds, and that'll be a illegal free kick out of bounds. It'll be 1st down for Eau Gallie with a little bit better field position there thanks to that. Good job letting it roll there as it goes went right past the man on the up line. That was Noah McMinnis. And it goes out of bounds. Eau Gallie will take over so far in this game. 1 first down off of a pass interference penalty on Northwestern. The Commodores going to have to find a groove here. Running up the middle, not really working. They found some minor success running the outside. Passing game hasn't been good either. So we'll see, how this game, how Eau Gallie adjusts.
This ball should go up to about the 35, I believe.
These refs are marching it way up here.
Maybe the 40. Oh, they kicked off from the 25. That's right. My fault.
And now Eau Gallie will take over from midfield. By far their best starting field position of the day. They've got to make something out of this here. I mean, it's huge. Obviously game not close to out of reach in any way with 13-point game, but just for momentum and, just to show your offense, because the defense is making plays, but you got to keep them on the sideline for a little bit here.
Blocked kick, nice return.
First down and 10, handoff up the middle to the Rhode Island commit, Tay Welch. Once again, just nowhere to go, no gain on first down. Now 2nd and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 50, just the 50. And an interesting thing to note, we've seen Emmanuel Small have a big role in this offense throughout the playoffs, and haven't seen him in the backfield yet tonight. It's been all Tay Welch so far.
And that's interesting because they have a very good rotation between the two of them. And usually it's a drive or two and then switch, but having only one in the backfield so far tonight, that's a little telling to me.
2nd down and 10 for Eau Gallie at midfield. Trips all staggered on the near side. They motion Biggs. Cuts back out on the zig. Play fake. They'll throw it to Biggs out of the backfield. Big hit. He's dropped for a big loss there by number 2. Nicholas Lanier, the second big hit he's laid for a loss here in the first half alone. And, I mean, that's just tough. I mean, you throw that route, and that's pretty much saying your receiver's either got to break a tackle or get a block upfield. And so far, the 2 times they've done it, Lanier has made the big hit for a loss.
And I'll tell you, there was about 6 inches away from getting that ball batted, too. So that's not a good situation to be in.
That Northwestern crowd making noise, chanting for the defense. 3rd down and 12 for Eau Gallie, back to their own. 3rd and 13, back to their own 47-yard line. Allen drops back to pass, has time, rifles one over the middle. It is caught, but well short of the line to gain there on 3rd down and 12. On the inside reception there by, looks like number 16, Lucas Vaselli.
First big call of the night here. Looks like offense is staying on the field.
Yeah, I think at this point, this field position, you don't have Larice back kicking, and, Allen's done a great job, but, you look at all those variables, you look at the scoreboard, at least put the offense out there. Big play coming up, 4th down and 4. Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 44-yard line. We'll see if they have a play called or if they just try and draw them off sides on 4th and 4. Allen tries one hard count, looks to the sideline. Do they have a play called? No, they do not. Coach Sands calls the timeout. The timeout brought to you by Doug Connor Inc. And Eau Gallie with taking their first timeout of the half here with 7:17 to go in the second quarter. Once again, the Brevard Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making sure that tonight's game and next week's ACYAA Youth All-Star football games are paid for and broadcasted. The following companies are Doug Connor Inc., Crickets, Bragg's Roll-Off Dumpster, DePenta Construction, and Cruisin' Gold Wheels, Tires, and Service. All these companies are tremendous at what they do, and their support of youth and prep sports is greatly appreciated. We here at the Brevard Sports Network ask that you support those companies like Doug Connor Inc., Crickets, Bragg's Roll-Off Dumpsters, DePenta Construction, and Cruisin' Gold Wheels, Tires, and Service, because in doing so, it also supports the Brevard Sports Network and local sports around the county. All their information has been rotating at the top of the screen tonight and will continue to do so throughout the extent of the broadcast. Also like to thank the Florida High School Athletic Association in granting permission to broadcast. And remember to get ready and book your trips down to Miami next week. All that information and all the brackets and rankings and everything you need to know about high school football on FHSAA.com and on their social medias at FHSAA. 4th down and 4. The Commodores offense comes back out after the timeout. Allen play fakes, has time, thrown to the outside, has his man. It's low. And did it hit the ground first? It's caught. First down, Eau Gallie. Big time throw there. Joseph Allen finds Makai Biggs for the first down inside the Northwestern 30. And the Commodores move the chains for the first time tonight, not off of a penalty. And that's a big one there.
That's a great play design. Nice little pick play. Legal, nonetheless, but nice little pick play. Defense played it well, but beautifully tossed ball right over the top in only the area that his receiver can get it. It's a great job to Joseph Allen right there.
Gotta give credit where credit's due to Biggs as well, getting both arms under
Absolutely.
that football and keeping it off the turf on a low football, but one that had to be a little bit low. 1st and 10. Allen play fakes, rolls out right, pocket collapsing. He's just going to throw it away, and he got hit well late after that play. Wow, no flag.
Wow.
That's an interesting no call.
I am very interested. That is very interesting.
Yeah, you can't see it on camera, but Allen well got rid of that football and kind of got ran down and dragged down about 10 more yards behind where he threw the football. No flags. 2nd down and 10.
Boy, the crowd is letting them hear, too.
Yeah.
Boy, oh, boy.
Cocoa up at halftime, 24-14 over Cardinal Mooney as the Tigers look to advance to their 4th straight state championship and look to win their 3rd in a row. Cardinal Mooney looking to go and win 20 games in a row dating back to last season's state championship. 2nd down and 10 for Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 27. Allen turns, gives it to Tay Welch up the middle, and still just nowhere to go up the middle of that offense. And Welch meets a big force up front. That's number 90 for Northwestern, Eric Thomas, the senior.
Boy, he is a big man, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And
he just gobbles up that inside zone area.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for Eau Gallie. Got to chip away. I mean, we've seen they're willing to go for it. Thomas, the one that just brought him down, is also a Syracuse commit. His brother Chris, D lineman at Marshall, so some lineage there on that D line. And Thomas makes a play up front. 3rd down and 9 for Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 28-yard line. And again, you know they've shown they can go for it on 4th and convert. I think at this point you don't have to go for all 9 here, but at least put yourself in a comfortable position to go for it. And we're going to have pre-snap whistle, 2nd Eau Gallie timeout of the half here with 5:52 to go in the first half, leaving them with just 1 to go here.
And that's a great timeout. You know, this is an important down. 3rd down and long, and I think we all know that they're going to go for it on 4th, but you'd really want to get a good 5-6 yards here to at least make the playbook open up for this 4th down call. But let's get this play set. Let's make sure it's right. You know, let's all get on the same page, and let's play this important play all around.
Yeah, now only having 1 left for the half here, and I think if you're Eau Gallie, you do hold on to that timeout. But this is a huge drive. I mean, this has been by far their best put-together drive of the game. You're trailing by 2 touchdowns at this point. You want to make sure everything's ironed out, and, you know, you're playing your best offense. You're moving the ball in this defense, which is something that few teams have done in the postseason, but this has got to finish off with points for the Commodores. No other way you want to have it, really, for any drive, but especially one like this.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 9 to come for Eau Gallie here at the Northwestern 28-yard line. 5:52 still to go in the first half. Commodores down to 1 timeout. In the half, Joseph Allen in the shotgun for 3rd down and 9. Quick drop, throwing the quick curl to the outside. It is caught. Now again, that's going to be short to the line to gain, but that's all right there on the catch to the sideline by DJ Maltzby. And we're going to have the water break here in the 2nd quarter, presented by Doug Connor Inc. And, you know, so far what we're seeing here, that is going to bring up 4th down and about 5 here for Eau Gallie. And from here, it'd be about a 42-yard field goal for Chase Karpowicz. Wind blowing, it looks like pretty much straight in his face. So
yeah, absolutely.
Not going to be a good look from 42. Most likely, you know, would be taking a 4th down and 5 try here. I doubt they would punt it. I don't think they should. At this point, you know, what's the difference? If you punt from here, even if you pin them inside the 5, that's great, but chances are you get a touchback and then they get it at the 20 versus the 25 if you don't get anything here.
Yeah, if we had analytics here in the booth or down on the sideline, it would definitely say go for it.
BSN analytics say go for it inside 5 yards. We don't have analytics, but I'm just.
We got Caleb, though.
Yeah.
Caleb's got some analytics.
And they go for it.
Yep.
Yeah. We're all in agreement, and they're going to do just that. 4th down and 5 here for Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 24-yard line. Got to get to the 19 for a 1st down. Big play here. They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive. Man in motion is Biggs. Allen drops, has time, throws over the middle through the hands of his receiver. Incomplete, and that would have been a 1st down there to Jay Latson. It goes through his hands, incomplete. And the biggest drive of the game offensively for Eau Gallie ends with a turnover on downs, knocking on the door of the Bragg's red zone. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. First down, Northwestern.
Yeah, I know Eau Gallie is not happy about that. They got exactly what they wanted. They had some time in the pocket. The middle of the field cleared out like we've seen them do very often on the defense for Miami. And, man, how could they not get that pitch and catch? They're kicking themselves for that.
Yeah, that's one you got to have there set up perfectly, and now their best drive of the game ends with nothing on the scoreboard to show. First down and 10 for Northwestern at their own 24-yard line, leading by 13. Leon Straughter in the shotgun, turns hands off up the middle. Had a slight hole there, not far to run, but a very solid gain on first down for Northwestern of about 5 or 6 yards there, and that's the thing with having speedy backs is even if there's not a lot of room to run, that initial burst of speed can guarantee you at least 3 yards. They're going to hurry right back up to the line for 2nd and 4. Straughter throws the outside screen. It's bobbled and dropped, and no whistle, and late whistle for an incompletion.
Boy, I'm not sure if that was a forward pass. That is a late whistle, too. Not happy on the Eau Gallie side.
Third down and 4 coming up for Northwestern at their own 30. 5:18 to go in the second quarter. Straughter in the shotgun on third down and 4. Drops, throws a quick screen. Nobody on him there. And that quick speed's got him a first down across the 35-yard line. Presented by Dependent Construction. First down and 10 for Northwestern. Another big score update here in the 3A semifinals. The 4-seeded Booker Tornadoes lead Reigns by 9 at half, 23-14. Can Booker hold on in the second half to shock Reigns and advance to the state championship?
You know, defensively, what you just saw right there is just something that you cannot do. You cannot just have an over-the-top safety over your slot receiver. Too much speed on Northwestern side.
First down and 10 for Northwestern at their own 36-yard line. I mean, they're just eating them up underneath so far. And, you know, as long as Eau Gallie gives them that yardage, and that's the hard part. You either press up on them and, you know, honor that short game and give up a deep pass. That time a run up the middle goes for a loss of yardage. And I'll tell you what I know isn't working tonight for Northwestern. That's runs right up the middle. Eau Gallie's defensive front flexing those muscles, showing why they have so many D1 guys up front. They're gonna keep pushing them to throw the football.
Yeah, we've seen them flex those muscles all season, and there's no doubt that they're doing it right here too. 2nd
and 12, Northwestern, their own 34, staying in a hurry-up offense here late in the first half. Straughter trots back to pass, has time, steps up in the pocket. Straughter rolls out to his left, tucks it, and runs. And Straughter is a dual-threat quarterback. First time he's going to run tonight. Gets it back across the original line of scrimmage, brings up third down at about 7 or 8, but they've been pretty good from that distance tonight on third downs.
Yeah, I mean, dual-threat quarterback. I mean, he's got 200 yards plus on the ground, along with 7 touchdowns to account for that too. So it's something that you got to keep your eye on if you're Eau Gallie defense.
We got a timeout, Northwestern. They're first of the half with 4:07 to go in the first half, and yeah, I mean, it can't be understated. You have Teddy Bridgewater over there on the sideline. That's again probably the best head coach you could have for a quarterback. And I watched, watching film. The biggest thing that Straughter does that I love is he steps up in the pocket,
Correct.
And that makes opportunities happen because. You see a blitz coming, you want to drop back, you want to roll out and, bootleg, but that only opens up opportunities for trouble. You stumble, fall, you're sacked, whatever. You step up in the pocket, at the very least you're sacked for a loss of a yard or 2 maybe, but, that allows you to throw the ball deeper, that allows you to see the field better, and a lot of the times, that defensive line will bear down on you from the edges and kind of cage blitz. If they're coming up the middle, you're kind of dead to rights anyway, but by stepping up, you put yourself in a position to make a play, and you saw it there. He stepped up and ran. He didn't bootleg banana, run to the left side or right. He ran up the middle and then cut to the outside.
A lot of times those linebackers are dropped into coverage too, so that is definitely the way to go.
But regardless, it is third down and 8 for Northwestern at their own 38-yard line. For third down and 8, Commodores defense got to get off the field here before the half. They're going to press up here on the outside, now drop back, 2 high safeties. Third down and 8. Straughter just turns and hands off up the middle, and Eau Gallie gets him down just across the 40 as the back stumbled out of the gates and carried that stumble nearly to get to the line of game, but ends up about 3 or 4 yards short. Fourth down coming up for Northwestern, and they're going to stay on the field. Quick hurry up. No time really for Eau Gallie to adjust. Fourth down and 4. Northwestern stays on the field from their own 41. Do they have a play call? I don't know. Straughter looking over to the sideline after a few hard counts. The Eau Gallie crowd on their feet. Blue lights a waving. 4th down and 4. Here comes Northwestern. Offense still on the field. Straughter in the shotgun. They do snap the football. Turn, give. Up the middle, and they've got the first down. Just shy of midfield, and where they've been the least successful offensively, running the ball right at the teeth of the defense, is where they find success on a big 4th down play to keep the chains moving. 1st down and 10. Northwestern at their own 49.
And that's as simple as box count right there. They had 5 guys in the box. They knew they had opportunity to run. That's why they changed the play there.
And quick throw underneath. Quick curl is caught by the 5-star receiver there. Nearly gets a first down. Might have at the end of the play there. He is going to be ruled short. That's Calvin Russell Jr. Calvin, a 5-star receiver in the class of 2026. He's the 2nd overall recruit in the state of Florida for that class. 50 offers for football and quite a handful as well for basketball. 2nd and just 1 here, though, for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 42. Straughter in the shotgun. And again, just look at the cushion you get on these receivers. And I understand watching the deep ball, but on a 2nd and just 1 yard here, you know, and there's only 3 on that. Eau Gallie only looks like they're bringing 3.
Yeah, 3, 2 linebackers in the box. Again, this is a run-on box.
Straughter does drop back. 2nd one, looking over the top. He takes the shot. What a ball downfield. Has his man caught. Touchdown Northwestern. A 42-yard strike for Leon Straughter. What a throw over the top of the entire defense. Perfect spiral. Touchdown, Bulls.
I think that was a Syracuse commit again, and man, did he just burn. I mean, he took the corner and the safety for a ride, left them both in the dust. I mean, he had either of them beat by 3 to 4 yards. Wow.
And looking to get the numbers, he gets over here for certain. Actually, that looks like it may be number 2.
Yeah, you may be right, actually.
Nicholas Lanier with his 10th touchdown of the season from 42 yards out. 2nd one of the game for Leon Straughter. Extra point on for Silva. 1 for 2 tonight. Last one was blocked. That one gets up and good. Now with 2:16 to go in the first half, the Bulls are rolling. It's 20-0. As, you know, Dam's cracking a little bit here for Eau Gallie defensively. But again, fantastic defense. But, you know, their offense moved it down the field a little more, but still not giving them a lot of time off the field. And this offense starting to figure out what they can do to beat them.
And I'll tell you what, these last 2 minutes of this half are so beyond important for Eau Gallie. And obviously you hate to say anything is a must-have in the first half, but down 20 points in the first half, putting some points on the board right here with this drive is beyond important.
I think what you have here as well, if you think in the back of your mind, if you're Eau Gallie, you get the ball first after half. You can score here and go 2 for 1. You're well back in this game. But with only 1 timeout and 2:16, you're going to have to put some tempo in your game. And I just don't think it, you know, in some games you cut your losses and just go to halftime and know you're getting the ball. In the state semifinals, I don't think you can cut your losses. You've got to put something up here, put up an effort. Now, it doesn't mean put the ball in danger here, but, you know, got to play smart football. But at least through the 1st and 2nd down, try and throw the ball, push it downfield. And if you don't get anywhere 3rd down, maybe just put it on the ground.
Yeah, I can tell you they got to take some kind of chances here coming up. Down 20 points in the first half.
Kickoff gets away on the goal line, and that'll be a touchback here for Eau Gallie and Tay Welch as they will take back over at their own 25-yard line. It'll be 2:15 to go in the first half. 1st down and 10 here for Eau Gallie. And what could be the last drive of the first half for the Commodores so far. No score on the board. Last drive by far their best, but on 4th and 5, pass over the middle was dropped by Latson, and a turnover on downs, knocking on the door of the red zone. So far, the best they've done offensively tonight.
Now, we've seen them burn 2 timeouts already, Jackson, so only 1 timeout to play with here on this drive. So those are the types of things that can sneak up on you.
1st down and 10 for Gallie, their own 20 rather. Joseph Allen in the shotgun. 1 really deep safety here for Northwestern guard in the top. They're just going to run the ball up the middle here. Breaks the tackle. Tay Welch to the outside. Welch still on his feet to the edge. 1st down, Eau Gallie there, and Tay Welch is due for a few big ones every game. There's his first, statement run of the night for Tay Welch. Gets him a DeBenta Construction 1st down. Nice run by the Rhode Island commit.
I think what we saw there in Miami was in kind of a pass set defense, expecting some type of pass, thinking that, Gallie's going to want to move this ball as fast as possible. So that's a great call offensively, to get those yards. Getting out of bounds would have been really important right there, though.
Clock continues to roll now. as the ball is spotted. 1:50 to go in the first half. First down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 34-yard line. Allen in the shotgun. And again, just a handoff, and Welch just goes down for a loss of yards. And again, Eau Gallie looking like they may just be trying to take it to the half despite the big run by Welch, which I don't know if is the best choice here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that call. You know, I know that first down run looked really nice.
Well, I think first down could have been a litmus test, too. If he goes for nothing, then you just take it to half.
Sure.
But he got 13 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to roll on that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
1:15 to go in the first half. Allen in the shotgun here on second down and 12.
They are taking their time, huh?
Yeah, they are. Well, now 1 minute to go. Allen now drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, but it's too little, too late. Joseph Allen is sacked by Northwestern, and now you're going to get a Bulls timeout, I believe. Yep, second timeout of the half for Northwestern, ahead of third down with 52 seconds to go here. Looking to double them back here and use both their timeouts and get the ball back with time to score again.
And that's the chances you take when you're passing the ball. You know, you think maybe an incomplete pass could stop the clock, you know, but taking that and running with the ball, so not throwing the incomplete pass was definitely the right thing to do. Burning the timeout is the right thing to do for Miami. Let's see if Miami gets the ball back before the end of this half.
And now if you're Eau Gallie, I just think it was too late there at that point to go, you know, and try and throw the football there. And, you know, you kind of have to. But, again, how much clock you ran, it just, you know, just didn't feel urgent for Eau Gallie. It felt like a play where they just thought they could throw the ball and didn't work. And now Northwestern kind of has the time on their side.
Yeah, and they burned a little bit. They went into almost a semi-huddle to their first seconds. I think there's obviously some confusion on whether they wanted to move or if they wanted to run that clock down.
Third down coming up here for Eau Gallie at their own 29-yard line. It's going to be third down and 15 for the Commodores. 58 seconds. They put some time back on the clock here to go in the first half. Both teams with one timeout to spare. Northwestern leads by 20. Allen in the shotgun for third down. Joseph Allen drops back to pass, rifles it upfield, and had his man open on the comeback looking for Jay Latson. It's just underthrown by Allen under pressure, and that's going to be 4th and 15. And now Northwestern doesn't even have to burn their last time out, as Eau Gallie going to be forced to punt from inside their own 30.
And that's I don't know. I'm a little mind-boggled by these last few calls. Third down and 15. I think at that point you might want to just make them burn their last timeouts, you know, in a run play or some type of draw or quarterback power, something like that. Just make them burn that last timeout, because you're most likely not going to get that first down since what we've seen at the offense so far.
Allen back to punt with 55 seconds to go in the first half. It's a low ball that time, may have gotten tipped, and that one goes straight out of bounds, and Northwestern going to start in plus territory with time and a timeout. Pretty much the worst case scenario there on that drive and how it ended for Eau Gallie.
Yeah, that's tough, and I know we've talked about tonight how important that punting position is and not having your regular punter. And I know Allen is doing the best he can there, but not doing it all season and then can kind of put into it, that's tough, very tough in a semi-state game.
Xavier Larice is out there playing safety. I don't think I've seen him at receiver. He's just sticking to that position with what energy he has coming off the hamstring injury from a week ago. First down and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 44. Best starting field position tonight for the Bulls or the Commodores. One timeout, 54 seconds to go for Northwestern. First down and 10. Schroeder drops back to pass, stepping up in the pocket. Rolls out to his left. Leon Schroeder shuffles, throws. I think he was across the line of scrimmage. Had his man wide open for a touchdown, but they're going to get him for an illegal forward pass as well, as he shuffled one too many steps across that line of scrimmage. He had a man wide open.
You could tell he's being coached by Coach Bridgewater, because his eyes were downfield the whole time. Ball kept up in the chest, ready to throw the entire time. You know, obviously he lost track of where he was out on the field, and that's really tough ask to know exactly where you're at when you're looking downfield. But just the process of that was pretty impressive.
And that'll be a loss of yardage there. Illegal forward pass on Schroeder. That's a loss of down. Second down coming up. It'll be second down and 16 for Northwestern from the 50. 2nd down and 16. Schroeder drops, quick throw on 3 hooks, has room to run. 1st down and more, off in a track race, and nobody's going to beat him to the end zone. Touchdown Northwestern, 50-yard touchdown, 3 in the first half for Leon Schroeder. And that one I can guarantee you was Darius Johnson, the Syracuse commit, going 50 yards. And that's what happens with the soft coverage, Nick. You know, they just go soft. They have 3 hook and curls right there. And then it's a track race, which with anybody on the Northwestern receiving core, you're not winning a track race.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what their 40s are, Jackson, but I can tell you it's somewhere in the low 4s. Every one of them just seem like they've got speed that's unmatched.
All the way for the 50-yard strike there, 3rd of the half for Schroeder. Extra point is up, and it cleared both goalposts. It's good with 37 seconds to go in the first half, and that is why if you're Eau Gallie, if you're going to commit to running the clock out to half, stick to running the ball.
Absolutely.
If you're going to try and push it down the field, you got to start from it on 1st down, because the indecision of their offense gave Northwestern the ball back with a chance to score, and with a chance they're going to do so. And right now, all is going the wrong way for the Commodores. Their defense started strong, but little by little just getting broken down here. The offense not making the progress they need, and the Commodores now find themselves in a 27-point hole.
Yeah, coming out of that score, you know, having that beautiful run on 1st down, I think at that moment you got to turn it up. You got to kick it on. You know, you're throwing the ball, you're trying to move the ball. That indecision really led to them Miami only having to burn 1 time out there, and I think that is really what the difference was.
And once again, Miami Northwestern to kick off, 27-0 the lead now with 37 seconds to go in the first half, and I don't think they took a timeout there either, so both teams still with 1 to use at their own will. And kickoff gets away, and that'll just be a touchback here for Tay Welch and Eau Gallie. They'll start at their own 20 once again, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think at this point, you just take it to half.
You take it to half
now.
37 seconds left. You're on your own 20. You know, no point in trying to do something that could really, really put this out of reach early in the first half, or, you know, early in the game.
That's the thing, too. I mean, you know, halftime adjustments for both these coaches. Chris Sands has the experience. You know, Teddy Bridgewater has his own level of experience, and just football in general, playing at, you know, Northwestern, playing at Louisville, playing the National Football League, being a first-round pick in his right. But Chris Sands has done his thing here in Brevard. He's tied for the longest tenured coach, 7 years here at Eau Gallie. But he's going to have to make some of the biggest adjustments of his coaching career here at the half to salvage this one. 1st and 10. This one just can be a give to the outside. Welch goes down for a loss of 3 or 4 yards on 1st down. There's nowhere to go right now. Everything flowing in the Bulls' way. Only 20 seconds to go in the first half here, and I don't think Eau Gallie will have to run another play if they don't choose to. As under 15 seconds, now coming up on 10 seconds to go in the first half here from Commodores Stadium. As the Northwestern Bulls coming up here to Brevard County, having their way in the first half here at Eau Gallie. As we end half number 1 and head to Cruisin' Gold Wheels Tires and Service halftime. It is 27-0, Northwestern with the lead. Nick, your first half takeaways here is Northwestern's rolling.
Yeah, I think obviously the big takeaway is Eau Gallie's offense. Can they get something moving? Can they just get a few drives rolling so they feel like they can do it? You know, the biggest drive they had really was aided by the out-of-bounds kickoff and the penalty that happened during the touchdown prior to that play. So interesting to see what kind of adjustments they make for the second half offensively.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this Eau Gallie offense really coming alive at the end of the season. Had their biggest game, 44 points against Titusville last week. Took a hit against a good Bishop Moore defense, but tonight, nothing going early for the Eau Gallie offense. Defense played well early, but right now, it's all Bulls all the time as we head to halftime. You know, right now, Northwestern having their way with Eau Gallie 27-0, and we'll take a break, as will the players, as the coaches make their adjustments one final time, possibly for one of these teams' seasons will end here tonight, and the other one will be playing down in 305 next week at Pit Bull Stadium, and we'll be back for the start of second half action very soon here on the Brevard Sports Network. 27-0 halftime lead for Northwestern. Welcome everybody back here to the Brevard Sports Network, live here from Eau Gallie for state semifinal 3A action. It's the Northwestern Bulls have the big lead here at halftime, 27-0 over Eau Gallie, and the Commodores going to need to make some big adjustments here at a halftime from Coach Chris Sands. Something that we haven't talked about here is some of these strength of schedules on both these teams. That's why you make it this far. They have fairly good ones. Eau Gallie, the average rank of team that they played this year is 168.7 with an average margin of victory of about 25 points, with their only loss to the 32nd ranked team in the state, Lincoln from Tallahassee. When you look at Northwestern, their average rank of their wins clocks in at a 182.2 with an average margin of victory of about 40 points. And their losses are Venice and Norland, which is an average of 31st in the nation, and 8th in Florida with an average margin of loss of only 5 points. So that shows you how these teams get here. And the biggest development at halftime, though, before I get any farther, Xavier Larice pads are off, and it appears that his night may be done here for Eau Gallie. Didn't play a lot in the first half, played all safety defensively, didn't punt, had one play where he was out on punt return, never saw him at receiver, but shoulder pads are off, I believe.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to see Xavier Larice here. And, well, if this is his last game of the season, his career's not over. He didn't, reclassify, nothing like that. So you have another year of Xavier Larice here in Brevard, but no, not the way he would want to go out. But with that being said, coming up here out of halftime, going to need a lot here. Booker leading Reigns still 23-20. That would be the team that the winner of this game would face for a state championship. Again, Booker the 4 seed, Reigns the 1 seed, and either way, seeing a close game like this, if you're Gallie, obviously if you're Northwestern, you're not seeing the score right now, but if you do, you're liking what you're seeing considering what the scoreboard is for the Bulls right now. Team of Northwestern has pitched 2 shutouts in 3 playoff games as well, looking to go for a third here in the second half.
A quick shout out to old Double D Daryl for all the hard work he does getting us our sponsors and working on that. And it's much appreciated, and I know everybody that's watching and listening appreciates you too, Double D. So thank you very much for everything that you do, big guy.
Yep, Daryl down there on the sideline tonight, and big help for us in getting all of our sponsorship here, and a fantastic part here of the Brevard Sports Network. And, all of our people that, broadcast and bring you, and all of our sponsors, Doug Connor Inc., Bragg's Roll-Off Dumpsters, Crickets, DePenta Construction, and Cruise and Gold. All of our great sponsors tonight. As we get set to go for the second half, Eau Gallie will start with the football, and I think the rest of the way, you always hate to say it, but it's going to be must-score drives. I think, in my opinion, trailing by, 4 touchdowns at this point. Got to get it going now. Better late than never for the Commodores to get things underway offensively.
Yeah, each drive is going to be just so beyond important, and not just the drive, but the speed of the drive too. Down 27 points coming out of the half here. There's a lot of work to do, and to think that they're going to shut out Miami's offense in the second half after giving them 27 in the first, that's thinking a lot. So you got to be thinking that you got to score, in the 30s here in the second half. So every drive beyond important. The time frame on the clock is going to be beyond important, and they're just going to have to really try to move the ball and move fast every single drive.
Yeah, still a minute on the board to go in halftime. A lot of times you see that an extra 3 minutes even added, but these teams just getting ready. They want to get back to play here, and they're going to get back to it here. In less than the time that they're allotted as we get set to go for the second half. For one of these teams, they will march and send and punch their ticket to Miami next week in a state championship. For the other, well, it's on to 2025. All the season here comes down to this half of football here at this point, and well, to move on to the state championship comes down to this. Northwestern leads at 27-0. Do the Commodores have a second half charge, or will the Bulls put it away quickly? Here we go. Low kickoff, going to bounce down inside the 20. Muffed initially, still muffed across the 10. Out to the left side. Good return up across the 25, across the 30. And up across the 35-yard line. What started as a rocky return ends up big there for Eau Gallie here to start the second half on the return by DJ Maltzby. And wasn't, Xavier Larice maybe done, but that looks like Larice back there returning it with, the electricity of that return by Maltzby. Bring some energy back to the Commodore side here and see what they can do with it.
I'll tell you, I think we were all collectively holding our breath right there at the beginning of that return. What a hard ball, first of all, to get a hold of, but to kind of bobble it the second time. We were all a little bit nervous, but what a great return there, making up for those 2 quick bobbles at the beginning.
First down and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 39-yard line after the 29-yard return by Maltzby. we get set to go for the second half. Stacking the box for Northwestern. They bring 6 with a corner, and they guess the run, and they guess correctly. Big hit there for a loss for Eau Gallie on first down. Drops them back to beyond the sticks for second down on the carry by Tay Welch.
It looks like Miami's playing a cover 3 on the backside here, and I think, if they're stacking receivers, if Eau Gallie's stacking receivers like that, I think they have an opportunity for a quick screen, at least gain 4 to 5 yards there on first down. They're going to have to do more than run the ball up the middle here.
Second down and 12 for Eau Gallie. March back to their own 37-yard line. Joseph Allen in the shotgun. 2 receivers near side, 1 far. Again, Northwestern putting 4 on the line. We'll see if they bring any of these corners. They do bring the far one. They rush 5, run to the near side. Nowhere to go again. And smushed into the dirt there by number 14 on the defensive side. Desmond Johnson makes a play. And it's third down and long for Eau Gallie beyond the sticks. In comes Emmanuel Small.
Boy, that's a quick first 2 downs right there, too. Losing ground, playing behind the sticks. It's what we've felt all night right now with Eau Gallie's offense. I really thought they would come out and maybe switch it up a little bit, but right back to their normal game plan. That has succeeded throughout the season now, don't get it wrong, but obviously I think something needs to change here in the second half against Miami.
Third down and 13 here for Eau Gallie. Back at their own 37-yard line. Here is third and 12, rather, as a very bunch set up front, stacking the box on both sides. Allen drops back to pass, pocket collapsing. Allen frantically runs out of room and is sacked for a big loss inside his own 30. And leading the charge there for Northwestern is number 11. And that is going to be Jason Farfan. And on fourth down, a quick 3 and out for Eau Gallie. And all they do on that drive, unfortunately, is go the wrong way. Fourth and long, back inside their own 30. At their own 29, it's fourth down and 20.
And that's a tough situation to be in. Third down and long, it's a passing down. Those guys on the defensive line are just going to put their head down and come after you. It's so tough situation.
And this punt going to get away there for Allen. Another good punt for him, end over end. Taken in and returnable for Northwestern. And nice tackle there in the open field by Caden Davis. And Northwestern will take over just on their own side of the 50 for first down and 10. But we got a flag down here on the near sideline as well. And we'll see that call because this could add yardage or take away. It's going to be a hold on the return for Northwestern. That'll back them up 10 and kind of push them back inside their own 40, I'd imagine, here for first down and 10 to start the second half. On the flip side, talking a lot about Eau Gallie and what they need to do. If you're Northwestern here, if you can march down the field and get a touchdown, if you don't go for 2, whatever, you are knocking on the doorstep of a running clock in a state semifinal. I mean, that's beyond just winning your way to the state championship. Northwestern trying to make a statement, kind of strike fear into whoever they're playing next. There's a lot of talk, and, a lot of people know about this team because of Teddy Bridgewater coming in and how they beat these teams in the postseason. Trust me, this team is known, but to make this kind of statement in the state semifinal, I mean, that's another thing coming. So beyond just winning this game, Northwestern really trying to, flex their muscles and show what kind of a team they are. And how they've improved throughout this season from some of their earlier losses.
Flex and muscles only giving up, 12, 14 points in what could be first 4 games of the playoffs. That's beyond impressive.
Pre-snap flags here. Play blown dead early. It's going to be a false start on Northwestern. It's going to be first down and 15 coming up as that'll push them back inside their own 35-yard line.
Big time turnaround for Miami too. They went 5-6 last year.
4
obviously
and 6 didn't make the
4 and 6.
playoffs.
Excuse me. Yeah. Obviously changing head coaches is always a big deal, but getting a head coach, like the veteran, the NFL veteran Teddy Bridgewater is shown a lot. Looking at the quarterbacks from Miami.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it too. I mean, when Bridgewater was hired, I remember there was a lot of talk and speculation about if that was a good hire. He had no prior coaching experience.
Right.
Obviously a fantastic player, but a lot of people questioning if that really translated and if it was just a publicity hire. Well, now we're sitting here in December, and it's well more than that. It looks like a fantastic hire right about now for this team. First down and 15 here, an injured Commodore going to come off the field. Looks to be Caleb Pusey, number 3 for the Commodores in the secondary. He'll come off the field. Now have 2 players off the field from that starting secondary.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
If you're Northwestern, might be the time to take another shot. First down and 15. Trips near side. Straughter drops back to pass. Leon Straughter does take that shot. And that one's underthrown. Sky ball, it's still caught for a first down for Northwestern inside the Eau Gallie 45. And that ball was well short of where he wanted it to go, but high up in the air. And Eau Gallie just kind of overran it, let him come back to that ball almost uncontested and make the catch for a first down across midfield here for Northwestern.
Yeah, it's a tough ask of a DB to have to run side by side with such a fast receiver and still try to backpedal or keep his eye in the backfield. You know, it's almost impossible when you're working with speed like that.
First down and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 42-yard line. Straughter in the shotgun. High snap brought down. Straughter steps up in the pocket again, nearly slips, hit as he throws to the outside. It's caught, and that looks like, unless his knee slipped and hit, maybe another Northwestern first down there on the far side by the receiver. And I think they are going to say that knee did hit when he stumbled and make it second and short for Northwestern instead on the outside. I
love the speed that Northwestern is going out at. You know, they're coming out, they're running plays, and every once in a while they're checking with the coach and running a different play. But, oh, there we go.
Again, the run's not going well for Northwestern. Big hit in the backfield for a loss on second down. Emmanuel Small and Rayshawn Berry getting into the backfield there for a big loss. Third down coming up for Northwestern, back to the Eau Gallie 39.
Boy, we have called Small's name a lot tonight. He has been everywhere for that defense.
Third down and 7 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 39-yard line. Drop back, quick throw to the near side, cutting inside, using that speed upfield. And a quick little screen pass turns into enough yards for another Northwestern first down up to the Eau Gallie 30. And they're just keeping it simple here and letting Darius Johnson, the Syracuse commit, use his wheels there to the inside and keep moving the chains here for Northwestern.
Well, you would never know that Miami had a 5-star on their roster the way the Syracuse commit is playing tonight. You know, he seems to be the go-to guy tonight, and that's what's great about this offense, you know, and what I saw in film. And I mentioned it earlier, you know, they can really spread the ball, and any one of these guys can hurt you on any given night.
First down and 10 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 30-yard line. Leon Straughter in the shotgun once again here. See if they continue to throw the ball. Eau Gallie brings a corner blitz. They throw the screen to the outside again, cutting inside up the field. It's going to be another Northwestern first down inside the Braggs red zone. Another catch and run by Darius Johnson. Same play, other side of the field. First down, Bulls.
You know, Eau Gallie bringing the heat that they like to. They're leaving that slot receiver open, and Miami is just taking advantage of it time after time after time. Eau Gallie loves to bring the heat from the outside linebacker / you know, strong safety position, but man, it's hurting them.
As quick drop again, throwing to the end zone, fade route, flags coming in, that ball overthrown, incomplete. Flags come in the middle of the field here, and we'll see the call and where that one falls. A little bit of contact there where the ball was thrown, but judging by where the flag was thrown, probably not what that's going to relate to. Already 7:26 to go in the third quarter. It's going to be an ineligible man downfield on Northwestern. That'll back them up. It'll stay first down, but it'll be first down and 15 outside the red zone now, backed up to the Eau Gallie 22-yard line.
That's interesting. Why would the lineman be going downfield there?
I don't know. It was an interesting play. I mean, not a lot of movement off the snap, but play was live and went to the end zone with it. First down and 15 now for Northwestern outside the Eau Gallie 20. They bunch their trips to the near side here towards the line of scrimmage. Flags come in, and we'll see if this hurts Northwestern. Again, it does. A false start. Now it goes from first and 10 inside the red zone to first and 20. And now if you're Eau Gallie defensively, you have got to capitalize and get off the field one way or another. Now, they got a heck of a kicker, though. I was watching him during the halftime break.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't attempted more field goals on the season than what it shows in
Judging by how this team scores touchdowns.
Yeah, good point.
I get it. Straughter tosses here to the near side, cutting up the seam. Nice run up ahead, back inside the red zone. And getting past the original line of scrimmage on an over 10-yard run there is King Davis, senior back, and that's going to bring up second down.
And as an offense, man, if that's all you can do on first down is just get that penalty yardage back, that's exactly what you could do. You know, getting those penalty yards and putting yourself back in that second and 10, second and 9 normal areas is so important.
Gain of 11 on first down by Davis. Second down and 9 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 16. Straughter tosses to the other side to Davis. Davis trying to make a move, goes low, and he's brought down for a loss of yardage there on second down. Nice play there by Eau Gallie defensively. Leading the charge was number 13, Keani Gajardo. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Northwestern back beyond the sticks again. And again, running the football. They've had the occasional solid run, but besides that, I think Eau Gallie's defense is still stood strong up front.
Yeah, I agree, but what we're seeing is the clock still tick, tick, you know.
Almost halfway through the 3rd, and Eau Gallie's only seen the ball once. Play fake. Strother throws over the middle, up the seam, caught, makes a quick move and in. Touchdown, Northwestern. And on 3rd down, they punch it in. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Leon Strother, and confirmed 2nd touchdown for Nicholas Lanier, his 11th of the season. And looks like they're going to go for 2 to try and initiate the running clock with 6:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. And the reason they have to do this is because they got an extra point blocked earlier. 4 touchdown passes for Leon Strother here in this game for Northwestern, putting on a show. Now they will go for 2 here to put themselves ahead by 35. Strother in the shotgun. Turns, hands, play fake, throw, slant is dropped. Incomplete, had him right in the hands. Perfect throw on the slant, and that was just dropped by his receiver. 2-point tries, no good. Clock will not run. 33-0 the lead for Northwestern with 6:15 to go in the 3rd. And now this has got to be the last gasp of hope for the Commodores. You get a break by the clock not running, but you've got to go now. This is for your season at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to come out. You just got to start slinging the ball. And I know, you know, you're essentially telling the defense that's what you're going to do. But at this point, you know, you really can't afford to run the ball, get 3-4 yards in a clip. If you get 3-4 yards at a clip, you know, you got to put the ball in the air. And if you incomplete the pass, at least it stops the clock for the moments, and you can keep progressing on from there. But we got to get the ball in the air.
For Strother, that is his 41st touchdown pass of the season there, and his 4th on the night. And 6:15 to go in the 3rd, 33-0 Northwestern. And for Eau Gallie, this is it. You know, this drives for everything. You don't score here. Even if Northwestern doesn't go down and score again and run the clock on them, regardless at this point, you just don't have enough time for that many drives. At this point, you need 5 scoring drives in a row and 5 stops in a row, which is a heck of a lot to ask, but they have the time to do it, but it starts with scoring right here.
Yeah, we've got to see the offense get some movement here.
Eau Gallie hasn't been shut out all year. I'll have to go back a little ways to find the last time they've been shut out, looking to avoid having that happen in the state semis. Kickoff gets away, low ball. Skips down in his return, muffed down inside the 10, and his knee hit right there at the 8-yard line. And after the last one went from a broken play to a good return, that one, it's just disasters. The Commodores now going to have to go 92 yards to get in the end zone.
Yeah, unfortunately trying to corral that ball, knee was on the ground when he had control of the ball, down on contacts. That's tough. Tough place to start on the field. You know, you're hoping to get at least to the 30, 35-yard line on that return to give you some kind of shorter field to work with. But, boy, what are we going to go, 97, 93 yards for a touchdown is going to be a tough call.
Yeah, not much given to them there on the kickoff return for Eau Gallie. Now they're going to have to start at their own 8-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Eau Gallie. Got to go what feels like the length of the field here to try and get something going on the scoreboard here. And, you know, last time Eau Gallie was shut out in a game was October 28th of 2022 against Rockledge.
Wow.
Looking to avoid dropping one here. Got to put some points on the board. They'll start with a handoff up the middle inside their own 10. Nice run to the left side of the line. 1st down and more for Eau Gallie. Carrying defenders across the 25. That is Emmanuel Small, the verbal commit to Wagner. And that's a nice run right there, you know, by Emmanuel Small. Gets them a 1st down there, and that's a good start to the drive considering their starting field position. And
it's a beautiful start, but, man, you got to already be on the line calling a play here.
Yeah.
You know, there's not time to huddle up and get a call from the sideline like that.
Especially if the clock's in a roll.
Absolutely.
But that's the staple of the Eau Gallie offense this year. I mean, that's how they've set up the bigger plays, is just by running the football like that. So it's good to see them, you know, keep it going, but got to keep the tempo up. 1st down and 10. Allen was split back. She turns and hands off again to Tay Welch. Welch, nowhere to go. That time, ball comes out at the end of that play. It is recovered by Eau Gallie. Jumped on there by Tai-Shun Lang to avoid disaster there, but that's going to end up being a big loss. 2nd down and long. for the Commodores.
Running up on only 5 minutes left in this quarter.
Only had one drive here in the second half as a whole, and there's a 3-and-out to start. Split backs again with Allen. Second down and about 14 or 15 yards. Allen, low snap, drops, quick throw to the outside. High ball is caught. Past the original line of scrimmage, a gain of about 5 or 6 yards. Going to bring up third down.
I'll tell you, it's praise the Lord that was a quick draw play there, because they brought the house. You don't see Miami blitz that way very often, but man, I think they brought 2 linebackers along with their 4 down linemen on that play.
Catch there by Vaselli, who is getting, the starting time here with Xavier Larice out. Has already made 2 big catches for himself here, and but it is third down and 10 here for Eau Gallie. Back to the original line of scrimmage at their own 27-yard line. And at this point, Nick, is it 4-down territory?
I think everything is 4-down territory. I also think you should be in a 2-minute offense right now. If you want to have any opportunity to try to put some points on the board to make this anyone of a game before this fourth quarter starts, I mean, you've just got to keep getting going.
Third down and 10, split backs here for Joseph Allen, with both Small and Welch in the backfield, thunder and lightning, so to speak. But going to need to put the ball in the air. Third down, clock still ticking. Allen drops back to pass, throws a quick slant over the middle. That one's broken up, nearly intercepted there and had his man, but that was a very hard throw to connect. Intended for Darren Colpetzer, nearly intercepted by Desmond Johnson. And that's going to bring up fourth down, and they are going to send on the punt unit here. So the Commodores kind of, just admitting at least part of defeat here, is they're just going to give it back to Northwestern and hope their defense can get another stop. But not a lot of time to put up the points they would need to have any chance at this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you're in a situation like this, being down 33-0, what are we past the halfway mark of the third quarter, everything becomes a 4-down territory, at least in my eyes.
Guess we never got the water break so far here in the third. Allen gets the punt away. That one sky ball to the outside, and that's not a good punt, but you can't really fault Joseph Allen in the sense, not the starting punter.
Absolutely.
But
yet another reason, though, why going for it on fourth down is just the way to go. The last, 3 punts just haven't been tremendous. And, again, no fault of Allen's. He's been put into a position to have to do something that he hasn't really done all season. And that's a hard ask, especially in the semifinals of a state championship run. But, all the more reason why those decisions, to me, would be going for it on fourth down.
It is going to be now 1st and 10. That punt only ends up going about 5 or 6 yards net yardage. Northwestern takes over with by far the best field position of the night now. 1st and 10 at the Eau Gallie 34-yard line. Any score from here this point on initiates a running clock here for Northwestern. And starts with a handoff right up the middle. And a solid start up to the 30-yard line on the carry there by what looked like Elijah Hardy on the ground. And they're going to go hurry up. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 30. As Straughter goes and checks on the line here. 2nd down and 6 for the Bulls. Trips near side for Northwestern offensively. Leon Straughter drops back to pass. Has time. Pocket collapse from the backside. Emmanuel Small with the big sack on the delayed DB blitz there. 3rd down and long coming up for Northwestern.
Great coverage sack right there. They were looking to go deep. DBs did a tremendous job. And, again, we got to call Small's name on this defense. We've been doing it all night. What a great job he's been doing.
Yeah, the biggest key to that was the delay on the blitz because, Straughter didn't see it coming when he looks up. Then he looks back at his reads, looks back to his backside, and Small is already on his back for the sack. And 3rd down and long here for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 39. It will be 3rd down and 15 for the Bulls, but the clock continues to run with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Third down and 15 for the Northwestern Bulls. Pre-snap whistles And Northwestern will take their first time out of the second half with 2:05 to go in the third quarters. They ran that play clock all the way down and took the timeout.
And that's one of the tough things about the check with me type of offenses. You know, they get up there, you wait to see what the defense looks like, and then they look for the play, you know, and then by that time, clock's already running down. If they don't get the play on the first call, you know, all of a sudden you're burning timeouts when you should.
And again, as we get a big score update, start of the fourth quarter over in Sarasota. Cocoa leading Cardinal Mooney 31-21, looking to hold on to advance to the state championship next Thursday down at Pitbull Stadium. And I'd like to thank the FHSAA once again for granting us permission to broadcast. And if you do not get permission to broadcast, well, you can't broadcast. So
they say.
Yeah, no rebroadcast, no retransmission of any broadcast, strictly prohibited by the FHSAA and the Brevard Sports Network, and any rebroadcast or prohibited broadcasting could bring sanctions upon you and your school. Also, check out FHSAA's website for all information regarding state championship series and tournaments, and all information regarding the state championships coming up next week down in Miami. Third down and 15 for Northwestern after the timeout at the Eau Gallie 39. Motion in the backfield, looking for the screen. They go the other way to another screen look, and nice tackle underneath. Flags come in, and, well, before the flags, definitely was short of the first down. We'll see if that changes anything.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a block in the back here. Looked like Miami was trying to help out the screen. Yeah, there we go.
The hold is the call there on Northwestern. Now either you make it 3rd and 25 or 4th and like 12 or 13, and it will be declined. 4th down and long. And again, though, quite a leg on Ethan Silva. But, I mean, the longest season is only 24. He's only kicked 2 field goals. I watched him during the break, but I don't, judging by where they punted earlier in this game, I definitely don't think they're going to take a field goal here. Wind in his face as well. Looks like the offense staying on the field. Northwestern offense stays on the field. It is 4th down and 11. Straughter drops back to pass on 4th down, drops back looking over the top, throws it into the dirt, nearly intercepted, and that'll be a turnover on downs for Northwestern. Their first empty drive since the first quarter. The Commodores will get the ball back with 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I think that's the first time tonight that I've kind of scratched my head on the play calls from Northwestern. You know, they look like they essentially ran the same play back to back, and the first one didn't work, so I'm not sure why the second one they thought was going to work. Both a screen, both with the motion. You know, they looked very similar.
It is 1st down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 35-yard line. 1:47 to go in the third. Northwestern leads by 33. Two backs, split back here with Allen in the shotgun. 1st down and 10. Northwestern brings the house. Allen lets it fly into tight coverage, and it overthrows his receiver intended for Makai Biggs. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 35. Biggs had a step on one, but he had a safety coming over the top. Luckily, that one just hits the turf incomplete. Nothing worse than that.
Yeah, but, you know, these are the chances that you're going to have to take if you want to come back from a 33-point deficit.
You know, look at the starters on this Northwestern defense. I mean, you got Indiana and Colorado commits over the top with Taiwan Cox and Antonio Branch Jr. Corners Leonton Belizaire and Javari Flowers, who's a 4-star top 20 recruit in the next class coming up in 2026. You got Cameron Anderson as well, linebackers Desmond Johnson, Anthony Rodriguez, Kevon Gibson, D-line, Winterson Telemac, the West Virginia commit, Toderick McFadden, D'Angelo Thompson, a Syracuse commit, and Lawan Lurie. So, you know, a lot there commits on that defense. Allen pump fakes, rolls the other way, pocket collapsing, and he just heaves that one way out of bounds. 3rd down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 35. There's not much going here for the Eau Gallie offense. You know, hasn't been going, but not getting much better. Those wondering, you know, looking forward to the state championship next week, Reigns has scored 21 straight and have taken the lead away from Booker. So the top-seeded Reigns out of Jacksonville looking to advance to the state championship here and, you know, put a little Sparky Booker team away here late. Giving them some fits. Meanwhile, here it's been all Northwestern through this one, outside of the first 1 or 2 drives of the game. 3rd down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 35. Allen just hands off on 3rd and 10. And to no surprise, nothing comes of it. And late push there. Not going to like that too much, but just going to have to go with it. As It's going to be 4th down and long for Eau Gallie. I mean, at this point, Nick, I mean, it's the third quarter. I understand the score here, but not a running clock. And on 3rd and 10, now 4th and 10, Eau Gallie just not showing much life here whatsoever offensively, and not a lot of just, nothing being shown right now offensively.
Yeah, and we saw they stood up on that last defensive stand right there on the drive before for Miami, and that was a good job, but still.
They fake the punt, throw up the seam, and it's incomplete. What an effort, and it's funny. You have your punters, your quarterback. They don't even snap it to Allen. They snapped it directly to Josh Roberts, who threw it up the seam, had his man, Gabriel Player, who just off the fingertips, incomplete. Love the creativity.
I love the call. Absolutely love the call. And I know, obviously, they didn't get it, but, that play call was exactly what you got to do in these type of situations. And the call itself was, it was there. It worked, we just couldn't get the connection, and again, a lot to ask of your defensive lineman to make that throw.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only question I have is if you have your quarterback at punter, why not let him throw it? But I don't think that was the problem there, just a step off. And now turnover on downs, put Northwestern right back where they left off when they turned it over on downs with 1st and 10 at the Eau Gallie 35-yard line. 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Northwestern leads by 33, and still any score that they can put up here would initiate a running clock for the 4th and have them well on their way to a homecoming state championship game at Pitbull Stadium. Run to the left side of the line here. Flags come in, nowhere to go. And a loss of yardage there on the carry by King Davis.
6, 7, 8. Is that 9 offensive linemen in the game right now? Or 8? 8 offensive linemen in the game. I love that. Give the big boys some play time.
Yeah, I saw them run that last week in the first quarter against Cypress Lake. And, they run a heavy set when they run the football. Just move those bodies up front. Flag there is going to be a hold, though, with all those big bodies up front. One of them held, and it's going to make it 1st and 20 for Northwestern back at the Eau Gallie 45. 1 minute to go in the third quarter here from Commodores Stadium. Northwestern has it 1st and 20 at the Eau Gallie 45. It is 1st down and 20 for Northwestern. Straughter in the shotgun. Quick throws the screen to the outside. Eau Gallie covers it up, strips the ball out. And it looks like Northwestern is going to get it back somehow. 3 Commodores in the area, just 1 Bull. But Northwestern comes up with it, loss of 5 yards there, recovered by number 5 at Calvin Russell Jr. And it is going to be 2nd down and 25 at midfield.
I feel like Miami's play calling has changed in this last 5 minutes of this football game. It just doesn't feel the same. It's not the same type of calls that were going on in the first 3 quarters. Very interesting.
Nice play by Eau Gallie defensively. Do not come up with the turnover, though. Handoff right up the middle. Will end up falling forward for about 5 yards on 2nd down. Makes it 3rd and 20 for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 45. And they're just going to take this one to the 4th quarter here. 1 quarter left on the season. At this point, it looks like for Eau Gallie, can they put anything on the board here in the last 12 minutes to try and end on a high note here against Northwestern? Right now, the Bulls are rolling into the 4th quarter. They lead Eau Gallie 33-0. 1 quarter to go on the season, and Northwestern looks like they're well on their way to punching their ticket back home down south to Miami to play in the state championship next week. Three quarters down, 1 quarter to go here in the state semifinals here, in Miami Northwestern having their way as the lower seed, but not playing like it tonight. They lead Eau Gallie 33-0 and are 1 quarter away from heading back to their 10th state championship. They go with the reverse here, the left side off the toss. Ripped down for a loss of yardage. Nice play by Caden Davis. jumping on the back there of Kenyon Tompkins, trying to reverse that one to the outside. 4th down and 20 to come for Northwestern at the Eau Gallie 45-yard line.
That was a beautiful rundown. I mean, if he doesn't get that and he hits that corner right there, I'm not sure if we're not screaming touchdown right there. But that rundown coming from the backside, and he even went for the ball, and I thought he might even had a chance at it, but it's a beautiful rundown.
Eau Gallie's defense once again making stops, but offense has just been absent tonight for Eau Gallie. 4th down and 21 coming, and they're going to send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 62-yard field goal here. Now, mind you, if it goes out of the back of the end zone, it's a touchback anyway, so worth a shot. Silva's from 62. It almost had the leg.
Man.
A few yards short. That could have been good from
short, yeah.
like 55. Good effort by Silvas, but it is a touchback, and no returner in the end zone there for Eau Gallie, so the Commodores will take over their own 21st missed field goal of the season for Silva, but you can't fault him. It was 62 yards away. And
I love they gave him a chance there.
Well, that's what I've said all year.
In a game like this, why not?
Yeah, but what I've said all year, in high school is a rule different from any other level of football. If your field goal misses and it goes out of the back of the end zone, it's the same as a punt. Just with the chance of getting 3 points for punting. I don't understand why teams ever punt from inside the 50 unless your kicker can't even make it to the end zone, but if he can, just try.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of kickers here in Brevard that can.
Yeah. So I honor teams when they try that. I mean, Titusville did it with Dean Roberts against Merritt Island mid this season. I think it was a 57-yarder. And again, I think he had the distance. It was just wide left or right.
Wide left, yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I just like the call there, because it looks mind-boggling till you realize there's really no punishment to missing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good play by your coaches to make that decision.
Again, Eau Gallie's defense gets the stop, taking over their own 21st down and 10, trying to put something on the scoreboard. Allen in the shotgun, turns hands off up the middle here to start the drive, and just nowhere going fast there right up the gut. Northwestern gets the stop here for only the gain of a yard there. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I was on the sideline listening and paying attention to what they're saying and the decision making, just so I can get in the brains of some of these coaches. I love knowing the different thought processes of the different coaches in situations like this.
Yeah, we got a chance to get a brief talk with both Coach Chris Sands and Coach Teddy Bridgewater pregame, and not a lot to be said there. A lot of business there. Focus on the game. There wasn't a lot. I just asked him, anything I should know for the broadcast, anything out of the ordinary, anything I won't find on paper. Nice run here, the outside. Emmanuel Small gets the 1st down across the 30. But yeah, ask him anything on paper, any injuries. Just trying to spark some conversation. Both coaches pretty much nothing new. That's it.
All business.
Yeah, that's what you get in this game. There's not a lot to be said, and that's what gets interested in the game, because you're not going to get a lot. The coaches, it might be the nicest guy in the world, might be the most, just the guy that doesn't want to open up. But either way, I don't think any coach you ask at this point is going to tell you much. So
no, state semifinal game, they're eyes on the prize at this point.
And right now, that's Coach Teddy Bridgewater's group getting it done. 10:27 to go. They lead 33-0. Nice run by Small, though, on 2nd down. Makes it 1st and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 31. Trips near side, Allen in the shotgun. And pre-snap flags, and this is going to be offsides on Northwestern. Interesting, they played that, or blew that one dead. That was actually a run by Caden Davis, a linebacker there on the carry, and it'll be 1st and 5 here for Eau Gallie at their own 36. First down at 5 here for the Commodores at their own 36-yard line. .26 to go in the game. 1st down and 5 for the Commodores at their own 36-yard line. Allen in the shotgun. Northwestern brings a blitz. Play fake right up the seam. Had his man wide open, and he overthrows Makai Biggs. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 5, and had Biggs right up the seam as Northwestern brought a blitz. Great time for the play fake there. Kind of got him, to bite. Biggs was open, overthrown, and 2nd and 5 to come.
Right between the two safeties. Had he caught that in stride, they would have some points on the board and can actually walk out of here, knowing they didn't get shut out. And, boy, that was so close.
9:41 to go over in Sarasota. Cocoa misses a field goal, still lead by 10. Had a field goal blocked and ran back, and then they miss one here. Points left on the board for the Tigers tonight. could have that one in hand already. Instead, Cardinal Mooney hanging around. Gadsden County and Booker T tied at 27. That would be Cocoa or Cardinal Mooney's face in this, team they would face in the state championship. Caden Davis gets his carry that time for a gain of about 1 or 2. Brings up 3rd down and short for Eau Gallie on the run by the linebacker, Caden Davis. And brings up 3rd down and 3 for Eau Gallie at their own 38. Under 10 minutes to go here from Commodore Stadium. Third down and 3 for Eau Gallie. Trips near side, bunched up. Allen play fakes, drops, has the screen, throws up the seam. He's got Vaselli over the middle across midfield. First down, Eau Gallie inside the Northwestern 45-yard line on the catch and run there by Lucas Vaselli for the first down.
And that's a beautiful play design. You know, they're playing man defense on Miami's side, and they took, you know, that slot and they brought him to the inside, and they took the interior slot and brought him to the outside, and it just mixed up those Miami defenders just for long enough to make that pass happen.
DePenta Construction first down there for Vaselli, a player again called up and getting the start because of Larissa's injuries, among others. First down and 10 here for Eau Gallie. As low snap, turn, give to Emmanuel Small up the middle. Nowhere to go for Small on first down. Runs into a swarm of Bulls on defense. Makes it 2nd down and 9.
A gaggle of Bulls? A swarm? What would it be?
I don't know. A horde.
A horde?
Running of the Bulls. Well, they're seeing red tonight.
Yeah, they are.
2nd down and 9 for Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 41. 8:45 to play. Commodores trying to erase the goose egg on the scoreboard late. Low snap. Allen turns, gives a Small, makes a quick move, trying to get to the edge, and nowhere to go. Helmet comes off, and just nothing going there on 2nd down. Makes it 3rd down and 9.
Boy, other than just a couple of runs on first down, it's been tough sliding for the running backs on Eau Gallie tonight.
Had a few good runs, but ultimately not enough to get this offense moving in the right direction. 3rd down and 8 here for Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 41-yard line. Clock continues to roll, coming up on 8 minutes to go in this game. And at this point, unfortunately for Eau Gallie, the win's just kind of out of the question here. What you're going for here is to get the 0 off the scoreboard.
Absolutely. There's a lot of pride in these last few drives of this ball game. You know, to walk out of here and say you didn't get, zeroed out by what is going to be a possible state championship is important.
3rd down and 8, and they just continue to run it right up the middle, and there's just nowhere going. A gain of 1, and I get it, you're just trying to get out of here. A little bit of extracurriculars there, but if you're Eau Gallie, just try. Just try and go downfield, try and get something going, because the runs up the middle can break for 50-yard touchdowns against teams, you know, from all across the state, but at this level, it's just not working tonight. And on 3rd down and 9, I don't think you're going to get the yards you want there, and they really get nothing. It'll be 4th down and 7 for Eau Gallie at the Northwestern 40. Pretty much one of their last shots here. Allen in the shotgun. They'll go for it. 4th and 7 for the Commodores from the Northwestern 40. Allen in the shotgun, brings Biggs in motion, fakes to him. Allen drops back, steps up in the pocket. Flag comes in. Allen rolls right, sheds out of a sack. He's got to have it. He does not get the first down to begin with. Flag down, but I don't think that's going to help the Commodores.
No, unfortunately not. It will be declined. Turnover on downs either way.
And holding, Eau Gallie decline. That's a turnover on down. Northwestern takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line with 6:58 to play. And at this point, this is going to be it for the Eau Gallie Commodores season right here tonight. And ends at home. I mean, they hosted every single playoff game, something they've never done. They made it this far.
Absolutely.
In the playoffs, something they've never done. But now, you know, they've taken the steps. They've made it to the regional final again for the first time since 2021 and won. But the next step for this program is going to be going to, and I don't think they want to end at that step. They want to go and win the state championship, and they're going to lose some big guys, but they're going to keep a lot around here at Eau Gallie. They're going to retain some talent. Who knows? But it's going to be hard. I mean, they're going to be playing these Miami teams as long as they are playing football.
Exactly. And you know, the history of Eau Gallie doesn't really state what we're seeing tonight, you know, and Chris Sands has really got this program humming, and I think we'll see a lot of this in the future.
Big hit right up the middle there by Emmanuel Small. Drop for a loss there on first down. This will be Northwestern's second time out of the second half with 6:46 to go. Once again, the Brevard Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making sure that tonight's game and next week's ACYAA Youth All-Star football games are paid for and broadcasted. The following companies are Doug Connor Inc., Crickets, Braggs Roll-Off Dumpster, Dependent Construction, and Cruisin' Gold Wheels, Tires, and Service. All these companies are tremendous at what they do, and their support of youth and prep sports is greatly appreciated. We here at the Brevard Sports Network ask that you support those companies like Doug Connor Inc., Crickets, Braggs, Dependent Construction, and Cruisin' Gold Wheels and Tires and Service, because in doing so, it also supports the Brevard Sports Network and local sports. All their information has been rotating at the top of the screen all night and will continue to do so till this game concludes. And their information will also is just posted on our page as well. Second down and 13 coming up for Northwestern at their own 32-yard line. 6:46 to go in the fourth quarter, as the Bulls look to sulk this one away and advance to the state championship for themselves for the first time since they were last there when they won it in 2019. And again, state champions in 1995, 1998, 2006, 2007, 2017, 2018, and 2019, winning the national championship USA Today in 2007. Their only state championship losses were in 2001 and 2008. This would be their 10th state championship appearance in school history. So far, their record 7-2 all time. Pretty good, if I do say so myself.
I think we got a different quarterback in the game, finishing this up.
Now looking to stay healthy at this point. You're kind of accepting you're going back down to Miami next week, not to go home, but to go play for a state championship. And last thing you want is late in the fourth quarter in a game that you kind of have in hand to go down and injure one of your starters. 6:20 to go in the game. Quick run up the middle is going to lose yardage on third down and 7. Nice play by Eau Gallie defensively, still fighting for everything they have here. Fourth down.
I think the quarterback is 5-star Calvin Russell, wide receiver.
Wow. Yeah, he is the wide receiver at quarterback. And, yeah, I mean, he's a 5-star, not at quarterback, but well, doesn't have to throw the ball there. Fourth down and 8, third straight drive here in the second half. Northwestern not going to put points on the board here, and Eau Gallie will get one more shot here tonight to erase the 0 on the scoreboard and avoid having their first shutout since 2022. I mean, they're a team themselves that have pitched, 5 shutouts defensively, and tonight just wasn't that night. Even then, I mean, held tough in the second half regardless of the stakes. I mean,
absolutely.
And this return not going to go far. I think, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Lincoln put up 35 against them in that win. So this would only be the second most points if it stays this way that they've given up in a game this season. Or Lincoln put up 38, rather. 38-17 was that loss. So this would only be the second most points they've given up in a game. Rain still leads Booker 28-23. That would be the team that Northwestern will be playing next week. Cocoa leads by 10, but Mooney is driving. The Tigers not going out easy here. Or sorry, Cardinal Mooney not going out easy. Tigers not having an easy way out over in Sarasota. Tigers looking to advance to their 4th straight state championship, losing in 2021, winning in 2022, 2023, and looking to add a 3rd in a row here in 2024. Recently announced, Brady Hart reclassified, so they will not have him next year. So he's trying to go out with 3 seasons starting and 3 state championships, which is not too shabby, if I do say so.
Not too shabby. Heading your way to Texas A&M as a 17-year-old isn't too shabby either.
No. Or sorry, he would have 2 state championships in 2 years. That first one was won by Blake Boda and company.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. And then the year before they lost, that was Davin Widener and O.J. Ross, Jamaria Robinson. That was a heck of a team surrounding equally very good Cardinal Gibbons team that season.
Ironically, it was the kicking that kept him from that win.
First down and 10, run up the gut. Nowhere to go there. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for Eau Gallie. And again, just playing conservative here at this point. clock coming down on 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, for Miami Northwestern, year one under Teddy Bridgewater, looking to go back to the state championship, coming off a 4-6 season where they missed the postseason entirely, and bring in an NFL starter, a first-round pick, back in, I believe it was the 2014 draft. He was the 32nd pick to the Vikings, and for those that don't know Teddy's story, I mean, injured pretty badly in
what a rough injury. Knee, correct?
Yep, knee, came back. That slant over the middle is caught again by Lucas Vaselli, having himself a heck of a night, just shy of the line to gain. But, yeah, after that for Bridgewater, after that injury, he miraculously came back, continued to play in the NFL for a few more years. He completed 9 seasons with Minnesota, New Orleans, my Carolina Panthers, Denver, Miami, and Detroit. And then, obviously, he is a Northwestern graduate, also played at Louisville collegiately.
And he's been known since college and high school as just being such a smart football player. You know, one of the reasons why he went in the first round, because he's not, if you look at him, he's not, 6'4", he's not big old gigantic arm, but he is was and is one of the smartest quarterbacks that have played NFL football. And that's obviously showing in his ability to coach his football team tonight.
4 minutes to go in this game. First down and 10 for Eau Gallie at their own 24. Allen turns hands off up the middle. And nowhere to go for Emmanuel Small on the carry. And Small still down on the play. This is not what you want to see at this point in the game. And Small in some discomfort here. We'll have an injury timeout with 3:40 to go. And again, the last thing you want to see on either side.
No, absolutely.
Is an injury. C.J. Hester's second interception gives Coco the ball back with 5 minutes to go. Big one for the up-and-coming, I think he's a 3-star, maybe 4-star in the next class, C.J. Hester.
Yeah, I think he's a 3-star now, but I'm sure we'll be seeing another star coming there.
Yeah, second of the game for Hester. 5 minutes to go. Tigers looking to sulk it away here and advance to another state championship, and they're going to be playing the winner of Booker T. Washington and Gadsden County. Those two, last time I saw a while ago, were tied at 27.
A lot of people had Gadsden County rolling their way off to the state championship game when this playoff run started, so that's an interesting score.
Yeah, Booker T, very good football team, though, as well, and one that Coco's very familiar with when it comes to late season stretches. And when you look at, the mid, 2010s and 2000s high school football.
You could do a rivalry history in the playoffs.
Yeah, you really could.
Yeah, nothing against Gadsden County, but personally, I'd love to see, now that this is my last year, to go off and go get my take of a Booker T and Coco State Championship. It would be a fitting way to finish this season and everything that's been contained in it.
I'm not sure I see either Booker T or Gadsden County getting in the way of Coco, but I guess you never know.
It's hard. That just going to test the FHSAA's rankings all year. They had Gadsden County above Coco through and through, and Booker T up there as well. So a big sack there. Allen gets slung to the turf, back down to the 10-yard line, and now he is down hard as he got slung down, and he just needs some help up here, and hops up on his feet. And it's just confusing to me right now, Nick. They're running the ball, just trying to get out of here, and then they occasionally drop back, and Allen takes a big hit. It's like, if you're trying to score points, you got to make some big plays. If you're not, I guess that's okay, but just run the ball.
And let that clock run.
You got to make up your mind here, because right now they're playing a typical kind of 3-down offense like it's a 24-24 game or something. They're playing run, pass, but there's no upside to it. Either you're running the clock or you're running it down the field. You got to commit to one or the other, and that just dictates your play calling. You're not running your typical playbook right now.
We got third and like 22, so just run the ball.
Yeah, now they'll just hand off, and that goes for another big loss. And yeah, it's just not a lot left here for Eau Gallie in this one, and Northwestern just trying to get out of here healthy. And again, it's going to be a homecoming for them to go to the state championship. Obviously, Miami Northwestern State Championship in Miami. Not going to be at their stadium directly, but
Pit Bowl Stadium.
Yeah, Pit Bowl Stadium, and that'll be in their backyard, so to speak. And if they play either Rains or Booker, neither of those teams are near Miami, so that is their home field. I know Rains is from Jacksonville, and Booker's out of Sarasota. So again, neither of those teams are from anywhere near Miami. This one's going to be a punt for Joseph Allen, and again, it's short towards the near sideline. Takes an Eau Gallie bounce across the 30. And Northwestern will take over at the Eau Gallie 33 with 1:49 to go as the Northwestern Bulls look to go back to the state championship for the first time since 2019. And year one under Teddy Bridgewater. Drive there from Miami Northwestern to Pit Bull Stadium is only 27 minutes. I think for Sarasota, for Booker, rough estimate would be probably 3-ish hours, 2 to 3 hours for Rains. Whew, that would be a hike. I know that. Up from Jacksonville to Miami, top of the state to the bottom. Yeah, from Northwestern, they could almost just walk there, carpool over to the state championship. That's funny. I mean, you look at the NFL, you never had a team in the Super Bowl in their own stadium until the Bucks and the Rams did it back-to-back back in 2020 and 2021. Again, not literally Northwestern Stadium, but having a state championship in your city, pretty cool. I mean, I don't think in Brevard County we'd get a state championship anytime soon, but one could hope.
Don't know too many fields in the area that
yeah, not yet. But yeah, I mean, you got to look at a minute 49 to go. You got to reflect on Eau Gallie's season here.
Absolutely.
12-2, first ever state semifinal appearance. You got talent all over this team going D1 next season, and that's the thing that, at the end of the day, Coach Sands has preached is that this is the factory at Eau Gallie, and no matter win or loss, how their season ends, they're sending players to be great young men, great student athletes at the next level to go play on Saturdays and hopefully eventually on Sundays. And that's the end goal here. And obviously, you want to go win a state championship. That's the goal of the season. But, to break records and have bigger games than you've ever been in for Eau Gallie and continue to one-up each season is huge. And to look at some of these big seniors and kind of to send off here for Eau Gallie, they're going to be losing both Tay Welch and Emmanuel Small. That's going to hurt. A big run to the left side there for Northwestern inside the 20, inside the 15. And nearly spring it there. Clock stops with a minute 40 to go. But, yeah, you lose Emmanuel Small, Tay Welch, Makai Biggs, and DJ Maltzby out wide on that offensive line. You lose Moz Pitts, Michael DePenta, and Chris Swewart. Offensively, you bring back Joseph Allen. He'll be a junior next year. Xavier Larice will be a senior. And on the offensive line, Tyshun Lang and Savion Johnson will both be seniors. Northwestern not giving up yet on scoring. A minute 35 to go. First down and 10 inside the red zone. Handoff up the middle. And nowhere to go that time. And I'll say I don't think this is a case of them trying to run up the score. I think this is what you see when you put some of the backups in and give them a chance to just play football.
You can never ask the backups to only go 50%, 60%. You want them to play football just like anybody else. And a lot of times when you do go 50, 60%, you end up getting hurt. So you want to see them give every effort that they can have.
Handoff up the middle again. Eau Gallie's all over. They'll bring up third down for Northwestern with 1 minute to go here at Commodores Stadium. And this will advance, Northwestern to 11-2 on the year and heading off to the state championship to see their 10th appearance all time, and with a first-year head coach at the helm. And again, saying first-year head coach kind of insinuates maybe not as much certainty there, but with Teddy Bridgewater, it's feeling pretty solid with the first-year head coach. For Eau Gallie, it's 12-2. Losses this year to Tallahassee, Lincoln, and Northwestern here. They're going to be shut out for the first time since 2022 here, and that's unfortunate. Fourth down and 1. Northwestern, one more shot here to try and punch in the end zone here. It will be a read option keeper for the 5-star, and he will walk it in for the touchdown with 19 seconds to go to put a cap on it. The 5-star receiver, Calvin Russell Jr., will walk it in for the touchdown with 19 seconds to go. That will start a running clock, and I don't even know if they'll have to kick the extra point. That's going to do it in there for Miami Northwestern, who will have homecoming next week, as they'll have the state championship down at Pit Bull Stadium, as the Bulls will go to capture their 8th career state championship in year one under head coach Teddy Bridgewater for the Eau Gallie Commodores. The road ends here, and now all the focus on to the winter sports, basketball teams, soccer teams, and the like, as football season unfortunately comes to a close here on this Friday night in the state semifinals. Best season in Eau Gallie program history right here, but unfortunately this is the end of the line, as the Miami Northwestern Bulls are going to the state championship as Eau Gallie falls 40-0 here at home. As team looking to get a handshake going. Well, Eau Gallie tried. Give them credit for that, but Northwestern going to celebrate as they'll head back down home with a chance to go play for a state championship. I believe it's next Saturday for 3A, and they will face Saturday
evening,
at
yeah,
7:30. That's prime time, and they will face the winner of Rains and Booker tonight. And for Eau Gallie, and all the seniors: Tay Welch, Emmanuel Small, Makai Biggs, DJ Maltzby, Moz Pitts, Chris Swewart. You know, Willie Lewis, Rayshawn Berry, Caden Davis, A.J. Forehand, Josh Roberts, Brandon Brown, Jalen McCray, almost their entire starting defense. And look at the guys going to the next level. Tay Welch will be playing at Rhode Island next year. Emmanuel Small and Jay Latson have verbally said they'll be playing for Wagner. You know, you look at, you know, there's just a lot playing at the next level. A.J. Forehand will be playing for Duquesne next year. Josh Roberts will be playing just down south in Boca at FAU. So, you know, a lot going on in the next level for Eau Gallie, but unfortunately for this season, this is the end of the line for the Eau Gallie Commodores, and a valiant loss tonight. Good effort, but ultimately they fall up just 2 games short of the illustrious state championship, and they got to host tonight, but it was all Northwestern from start to finish, 40-0. Nick, your final thoughts here as the Bulls just have their way here in Brevard County.
Yeah, I just hope everybody can sit back and understand how great of a run Eau Gallie had. You know, just getting to this semifinal game, it's so tough. You're talking about only 4 teams in a whole classification that get to be in this spot and get to practice this long and play this long. And, you know, kudos to everybody, and especially the seniors, like you said, on this Eau Gallie Commodore squad. And I think the whole Brevard County is proud of what they've done, and they should hold their head high for sure.
Yeah, at the end of the day, too, you got to think if you are Eau Gallie and all those 20 seniors and everybody, you're the part of probably the best, you know, football team in Eau Gallie history. But
absolutely.
The goal is going forward to break that record every year and continue to be the best team in history. But for Northwestern, it's just another chapter in, you know, one of the most decorated programs in the state of Florida. I mean, that's the end of the day. What you got here for Eau Gallie is you ran up against the gauntlet and the team that has been doing this since, you know, the 50s. So, I mean, this is one heck of a program led by an NFL quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater. And, well, it should be no surprise that they're in this position. And, well, they made their statement tonight that, you know, Raines and Booker are going to have to look back at this one and see the final score. And, well, I think Northwestern is going to be looking to go down and advance the state championship. But on lighter news for Brevard County fans, Cocoa in victory formation. The Tigers will be going to the state championship as well. But tonight for Eau Gallie, unfortunate, 40-0, the win for Northwestern to advance to their 10th state championship in program history. And that's the end of the season for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Once again, I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors tonight. That would be Doug Connor Inc., Crickets, Bragg's Roll-Off Dumpster, DePenta Construction, and Cruisin' Gold Wheels, Tires, and Service. We thank all of them for their support of the Brevard Sports Network and bringing you this game of the ACYA Youth All-Star Football games that are coming up next week. Keep it tuned to the Brevard Sports Network. Coming up soon, we will have the post-game show. Myself, Alan Zlarzinski, and Gayla Brown will break down the 2 final scores tonight and kind of reflect on the seasons we've seen so far from Eau Gallie and Cocoa, and, well, what's the next steps for those programs. And we'll get that up soon, and whenever we can get out of here and back over to the studio for the start of that post-game show. And thanks to everyone, you know, for tuning in and choosing the Brevard Sports Network tonight. You know, we're not the only broadcast crew here tonight, but for those that did tune in, we appreciate each and every one of you, and continuing to fuel our you know, season and our viewership. Appreciate everybody out there. And, you know, now with Cocoa going on, we will, you know, hopefully, you know, barring any setbacks, be going down to Miami next week. So for that, unfortunately, will not be for the Commodores, but they gave it all they had this season. Heck of a season for Eau Gallie, monumental season, but just comes up short. Unfortunately, that is how it ends tonight for the Miami Northwestern Bulls. For the Eau Gallie Commodores, for Nick Donahue and Kayla Brown, I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network. Your final score tonight in the state 3A state semifinals: Northwestern 40, Eau Gallie 0. We'll see you soon for the post-game show.